are open Monday through Friday. Slate Auto and Transmission, quality repairs by people who care. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to week number 9 of high school football across the great state of West Virginia. As we dip into the second half of the month of October, the leaves are beginning to show their true stunning colors, and temperatures are starting to dip down into what some would call real football numbers. Football players are often referred to as boys of fall, and now the fall season will be with us for the final 3 weeks of the regular season in the Mountain State. It is barely believable that we are already approaching week 9 tonight. But, as is the case to every football season, time seems to race by each week, and before we know it, teams will be hanging up their gear for yet another season. For many teams across the state, the fate is sealed as a program that will not see the playoffs. For these teams, however, there is still pride for which they play. Pride in themselves, for their teammates, for their schools, and for their communities. There are also a healthy number of teams on the cusp of the top 16 who will be fighting for every win the next 3 Friday nights, hoping to improve their chances. That leaves a small group of elite teams at the top of each class who have all but sealed a playoff ticket that will be grinding each of these final weeks to remain at the top, setting up home playoff games in their ultimate quest for Wheeling Island Stadium on that final December weekend. Tonight, as 7:30 quickly approaches, we will see 2 of those teams, one in Class AA and another out of Class Single A. The Doddridge County Bulldogs have become well accustomed to being among the big dogs in Class Single A. The program has built itself into a perennial and consistent powerhouse. They have played in many big games with many big opponents and have seen much success. Call them seasoned, call them battle-tested, whatever you want, the Bulldogs are a dangerous opponent for any team. The Roane County Raiders, however, could be considered the new kid on the block in terms of powerhouse football. In the entire history of the program, the Raiders have had solid teams, playoff teams, and even teams who have won playoff games. But as far as being looked at around the state as one of the elites, not even last year's epic season was enough to change the minds of many who follow high school football in West Virginia. When the 2022 season began, Roane County set out to change those minds and to open those eyes, one game at a time, Friday after Friday, win after dominant win. Now, as the Raiders have successfully navigated being 1-0 for 7 straight weeks, the eyes of the state are open. The respect has been earned in some small amount, and the fans are now looking at Roane County as a legitimate contender in Class AA. Tonight offers the Raiders a unique opportunity to solidify themselves as just that. It will not be easy. In fact, it will be very difficult in the face of the Bulldogs. But anything worth achieving should be hard. It's supposed to be hard. If it were easy, any team could do it. The hard is what makes it great. The atmosphere at County Stadium is absolutely electric already. The stands and the locker rooms are pressure cookers, and at 7:30 p.m. tonight, the lids will explode off the top, and the heavyweight title fight begins. Ladies and gentlemen, we are just moments away from witnessing the biggest football game in Roane County High School history. Are you ready? Roane County, say it with me. It's time to kick the tires and light the bonfires. It's time for Raider football. Live from beautiful County Stadium on the campus of Roane County High School, Raider football is once again on the air. From Reedy to Walton, Newton to Spencer, and all points in between, we welcome you to WVRC 104.7 FM's coverage of your Roane County Raiders. And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to County Stadium, beautiful County Stadium here tonight for Alumni Night, welcoming back many of Roane County's greats from many years past, and we have got a dandy for you here this afternoon or this evening. We are looking forward to 2 7-0 teams here tonight, Roane County and Doddridge County out of Class Single A. It could not be a bigger set of stakes for both teams. Obviously, both teams trying to remain undefeated. Both teams looking to get a signature victory late in the season, helping to propel them up the rankings in their respective classes. Glad you could join us on WVRC 104.7 FM, WVRCFM.com, and to all of those out there in YouTube Live land, we appreciate you joining us as well. Andrew Miller alongside John Penna. Matt White is our statistician. Katie Nutter, the camera person. Joe McDonald with A&M Digital Technologies here providing the graphics, the instant replays, and your scoreboard. George Allen is our studio technician back at WVRC Control. John, we had this one before the season began already circled. The goal was to get through the gauntlet of the schedule. For us, we knew that Doddridge could, and here we are both sitting at 7-0.
Yeah, this was the one that you circled right after we stepped off the field up at Doddridge Stadium last year, Drew. This was the one that we were looking at, through the preseason, and we understood what Doddridge was going to bring back. We knew what we were going to bring back, and we were looking forward to this one. We've been looking forward to this one for weeks now.
These two teams are very statistically similar. Overall offenses, both of them very good. Roane County averages a slight bit more on the ground, obviously, and Doddridge a little bit more on the air. Roane County coming in averaging 41 points per game, Doddridge at 32. Roane County gives up 12 a game, Doddridge just 3.4 points per game. Roane County averages 396 total yards of offense per game, Doddridge 394. Both teams have electric players on all sides of the football. John, we are just waiting and excited for this possible matchup between these two teams.
Yeah, I go back to it a lot because these are kids that have played against each other for a long time. These guys played in a C-Team championship together about 10 years ago. Seth Richards has been on the field with Matthew Schaefer. These teams have played each other throughout Midget League. Even in middle school, I was able to go up there. They have a great middle school program. They wanted to be able to play us, Spencer, at the time, and then, to get them on the schedule here to play us in the high school, at the high school ranks last year. It was one of those games for us that we felt confident in what we were doing, but we were just out of sorts in that game, and Doddridge really was on top of their A game. They came out and absolutely punched us in the mouth. But that was one of those learning moments for the team that we had last year. That kind of catapulted us into the playoffs, and when we stepped out and played Nicholas, we were the more physical team. We were the dominant team. And then even in the game against Independence, we played those guys as well as anybody that they played throughout the playoffs.
You look at Doddridge from last year, they lost their quarterback, Jared Jones. What do they bring back? They bring back a 6-foot, 182-pound senior in Trenton Huffman, who has lit things up this year. You don't often see a lot of offensive stats in the air from teams in Class Single A. He is averaging 137 yards per game, and he has thrown 10 touchdowns to just 2 interceptions, 960 yards through the air, and a 61% passer efficiency rating. That is very tough when you look at Roane County trying to guard the pass as well as the run.
Yeah, well, Trenton Huffman was not on the roster last year. Trenton Huffman is a transfer from Tyler Consolidated, just a county over there. Very good wrestler. He's an athlete, Drew, plays baseball as well. But he fits this team. He fits this mold of this team, and Coach Bobby Burnside is going to bring that guy right along. On film, I was impressed with him throwing the football around against Wirt County. So our defensive backs now have to be on their toes. We have to watch run because they love to run off tackle. And then you also have to watch out for the pass, and he throws a nice football.
His main target is the tight end, Gabriel Stewart, the senior, 6'1", 200 pounds, averaging 62 yards per game. He's got 33 receptions for 440 and 6 touchdowns on the season. Now, on the ground, they've got a couple of different runners. They're led, though, by Seth Richards. He's a speedy guy.
Yeah, Seth Richards, once he gets out in the open field, he can do a lot of things. He's kind of been dinged up a little bit this year. That's given way to McKinney, which is another senior, a big kid, fullback. They'll line him up at the tailback spot when they get down in the red zone area. And then Tylen Snyder last year played him as a freshman with our JV team, and he has really developed and worked his body. He's 5'10", 165 pounds, a sophomore. He's got some speed. He's a track kid as well, but he's a hard-nosed runner. He works hard in the weight room.
Yeah, he's second on the team in yardage with 451. McKinney has fewer carries and fewer yardage, but he leads the team in offensive touchdowns on the ground with 9, Richards with 7. Now it all begins up front. We'll talk about defensively. Adam Burnside leads the team in tackles and also in sacks. He is going to be a load to carry here tonight.
Yeah, he's just he's one of those guys that lives in the weight room, just a very physical guy up front. But, man, it's kind of a carbon copy thing here, Drew. We're looking at a very tough offensive line, a very tough, aggressive defensive line with some good linebackers. You're looking in the mirror there. So we have to be on top of our A game. You know, either side is, you know, when you want the advantage, you have to execute. It's about execution here tonight, not just about size and those kind of things. You've got to block on and move on to the next level.
Talking with Paul Burdett right before we came on, an interview you'll hear here in a minute. He said we're going to be who we are. We have to be who we are, stick true to what we do. Now, again, we've talked all year that the Raiders do have the ability to pass. They'll roll Jacob Greathouse, the freshman, out. He is 11 for 13, an 84% passing efficiency or completion specifically. Yardage 221. He's thrown 3 TDs, but no interception. He's doing what he needs to do. But again, if you're Roane County, you average 348 yards on the ground, 2,441 overall. You're averaging 8 yards per carry overall with all these guys. They're led by Delk and Begler, though. Begler, 886 yards, 784 for Delk on the ground. Delk with 15 TDs, 12 for Begler. Shea Harper coming in nearly 400 yards, 4 touchdowns. Brandon Richardson has become a bit of a factor here as well as the season's progressed. Don't forget about Colton Paxson, who is a bruising running back. That is what teams have to stop offensively with Roane County.
Yeah, like I said, just that mirror. You know, if our O-line continues to do what they do or they have done so far throughout this season, and then, you know, when we need to pass or throw the football around, we're capable of doing that. Jacob Greathouse, for a freshman, Drew, has just been out of his mind. He's been great this season, but you can't take anything away from Delk either. When it comes time and Delk can put the ball out there and throw that football downfield. Doddridge understands, okay, listen, Roane County's going to run the football, but they're smart enough to understand when we need to pass, we're going to be able to pass. They are not going to look past that one bit.
The defense needs to be involved top to bottom. 11 need to do their job every single play due to the ability of Doddridge to work things through the air and on the ground. Of course, led by Roane County's senior Colton Paxson with 62 total tackles on the year, leading the way. He's also got 6 sacks on the season to lead this Roane County team, but it's going to take the up front. It's going to take the backers doing their job. It's going to take everything for both teams to get it done here tonight. We can't wait. This is one that I know a lot of the state is looking at. We hope that a lot of the state's able to tune in on our YouTube feed for this ball game. More pregame coverage to come as we sit it away to our commercial breaks. We'll come back and we'll have the interview with head coach Paul Burdett after these messages.
Come into Stats Pharmacy, where our patients' good health is our main concern. We have a drive-through window where you can conveniently drop off and pick up your prescriptions and over-the-counter medications. Refill your prescriptions anytime online at www.statspharmacy.com or from your iPhone or Android phone using the Refill RX mobile app. No waiting in long lines. Just call ahead and your order will be waiting for you. We look forward to serving you at Stats Pharmacy, located at 100 East Main Street in Spencer. You can call us at 304-927-2980.
Willard C. Starchers has ATV parts and accessories. That's right, parts for your ATV. Brake pads and shoes, cable levers, brake cables, bearing kits, filters, batteries, and more. Why drive to dealers, waste gas, pay more when you can get ATV parts at Willard C. Starcher? Willard C. Starcher is located behind the Spencer Middle School. Parts, parts, and more parts. And don't forget the welding gas, welding propane, paint, and fire extinguishers. What a great place to shop. So who you gonna call? Willard C. Starchers. Call 927-2520. That's 927-2520. Open 7 days a week.
And we welcome you back to County Stadium. Had a chance to chat with Coach Paul Burdett before the game. This is what he had to say about tonight's contest. All right, welcome back, folks. I'm standing here in our familiar position, game in and game out, in the end zone, staring across this beautiful turf field at County Stadium. Well, Coach, it feels good to be home for the final 3 games of the season, especially here tonight, obviously.
Man, nothing like home, huh? Beautiful field, able to come back and be on it for the next 3 games is a big deal, Drew.
On top of that, you've got alumni night. You've got a lot of guys signed up, former football players in all different eras of Roane County history, with an opportunity to come back and watch your team here in 2022.
Yeah, it's quite an honor, Drew, to host those guys and get them back here, and they're allowed to come out and stand on the track behind us and just be a part of what we're doing. We've had a lot of great players over the years, and I've looked over the list a couple times, and a lot of those guys are back, and I'm just excited to have them here and have them be a part of us.
Well, they're here for a good opportunity for you guys. Again, 7-0 Roane County, 7-0 Doddridge County. A lot was learned from last year's game against Doddridge. You and I talked on Wednesday night about lessons learned from that, and talking with you on Wednesday night, talking with a couple of coaches here, it's been just another game, another 1-0 opportunity with a nameless, faceless opponent. That has been the object this week, and the guys, I think, have obviously bought into that.
Yeah, I mean, obviously everybody knows what's at stake tonight, and everybody knows who it is. And our guys haven't forgot what happened up there last year. But it's just another game. It's another Friday night. It's another opponent, and we got to go out and do the things that we do and do them good. And we'll see what happens when the night's over. But if we do that, I like our chances.
I was breaking down some statistics. Numbers are a very exciting thing to see. These are 2 very similar total offensive teams. We average 396 a game. They average 394. We do it heavily from the run, but we can pass. We just haven't needed to very often. They do it a lot from the pass. They average 143 yards through the air and 257 on the ground. But when you look at our personnel versus their personnel, very similar skill set guys. This is going to be kind of exciting to see the chess match.
It's a really good matchup, Drew. I mean, all the way across the board, both sides of the ball. It's just a good matchup, and it's going to be interesting to see the way things shake out here tonight.
Obviously, they do not give up many points, 3.4 points per game. Now they're playing a single-A schedule. What are the things that you saw, at least in film offensively, that you feel like you may be able to exploit, be it the inside run, the outside run, or maybe even some passing?
They're solid all the way around. We're not going to change what we do. That's who we are. It's running the ball and using the pass when we need to or when we want to. We've kind of hung our hat on it, and it's live or die, and that's kind of the way it is. And we can throw the ball. We haven't shown it a lot, but we can definitely throw the ball. It's just a matter of going out and executing and doing the X's and O's the way they're drawn up.
Defensively as well, assignment football is very big for you guys, obviously, against this team who will do both run and pass.
It's of the utmost importance. And our guys have been really good at that all year long. When given a specific assignment, they've been really good about doing that assignment and doing it well. Nothing can change here tonight.
Coach, we're into week number 9, just 3 weeks left of the season, including tonight. Healthier team coming into this very big 8th game of the season.
Well, I've said it before, Drew. The Lord has been very good to us, and He has blessed us in that department. We've been really, really healthy all year long. I guess the biggest injury we had was Brandon and a broken nose early, and we missed him for, the first 2 games maybe, and then he was able to come back. And we've been healthy since, and hopefully that continues after tonight. Obviously, that's the most important from game to game. For me, is just being healthy when it's all said and done.
Well, Coach, stay humble, stay hungry. Just another opportunity to go 1-0. We wish you the best of luck here tonight.
Thanks, Drew. We appreciate it.
Head Coach Paul Burdett. Folks, stick around. More coverage as we continue here on WVRC 104.7 FM. We welcome you back inside County Stadium, getting set for the opening kick. While we have a moment, let's take a look at the starting lineups for both of these teams. First off on offense for the Doddridge County Bulldogs.
Now this is a big up-front physical team like you guys talked about. Across the board, left tackle 6'2", 210-pound junior Ethan Cross. The left guard 5'11", 250-pound senior Jonathan Blake. The center 6'1", 260-pound senior Jaden Underwood. And the right guard 5'10", 240-pound senior Adam Burnside. Right tackle 6'1", 260-pound senior Charles Ibsom. The tight end that you talked about so much, 6'1", 200-pound senior Gabriel Stewart, they line up so many times out of an I formation, but they will split him out. And almost 90% of the time when he splits, they're going to look to throw the ball in his direction, but he can come off the line as well. The two receivers, 6'2", 180-pound freshman Landon Thomas and the 6', 175-pound senior Aiden Eddy. In the backfield, the fullback, 6', 195-pound senior Bryce McKinney. The tailback, 5'11", 155-pound senior Seth Richards. And don't forget about Talon Snyder as well, the 5'10", 165-pound sophomore. You'll see him a lot. And at the helm for the Doddridge Bulldogs, 6', 182-pound senior Trent Huffman.
Here's the defense looking to try to limit or stop that offense. Defensive ends, Ori May, the senior 6', 170, and Matthew Schaefer, the senior 6'1", 200 pounds. D tackles, junior Jacob Bunner, 6'2", 285. Christian Jarvis, the senior 6'1", 225. Inside linebackers for the Raiders, Colton Paxton, the senior 6'1", 210, and Skylar Delk, the senior 6', 180 pounds. Outside backers, Briar Begler, seniors 5'8", 165, and Brandon Richardson, the junior 5'7", 160 pounds. Your corners for tonight, Lane Watson, the sophomore, 6'1", 175, and sophomore Shea Harper, 6', 175. Sawyer Hunt is your safety, 5'10", 150-pound junior.
Yeah, the defensive side for Doddridge, you're looking at a predominantly 5'3" defense. One stat that I want to touch on, 60 tackles for a loss on the season for this team. They like to get up the field. They're very physical up front. Across the front, defensive end, 6', 175-pound senior Aiden Eddy. The defensive tackle, 6'1", 285-pound junior Cale Hart. The nose tackle, 6'1", 260-pound senior Charles Ibsen. 42 tackles on the year, 2.5 sacks for him. The other D tackle, 5'10", 240-pound senior Adam Burnside. Leading tackler on this team, 74, 24 tackles for a loss. He really gets after it. And the other end, a 6'1", 200-pound senior Gabriel Stewart. He leads the team in sacks with 5. The linebacking core on the outside, 6', 195-pound senior Bryce McKinney. He has 65 tackles on the year and 6 of those for a loss. Middle linebacker, 5'10", 165-pound sophomore Talon Snyder. And the other outside backer, 6', 182-pound senior Trent Huffman. In the secondary, the corners, 6', 150-pound senior Riley Curran. He leads his team in interceptions with 2. The other corner, 6'2", 180-pound freshman Landon Thomas. And the safety, 5'9", 145-pound junior Brandon Heilman.
Along the front line for your Raider offense, Noah Jett, the sophomore, 6'2", 255 left tackle. Left guard is junior Jacob Bunner, 6'2", 285. The senior center is Matthew Schaefer, 6'1", 200 pounds. Right guard Colton Albright, 6', 210 pounds. He is a senior. Right tackle Christian Jarvis, another senior, 6'1", 225. Colton Paxton is your tight end, the senior, 6'1", 210 pounds. Your wideout is Lane Watson, 6'1", 175-pound sophomore. H-back Shea Harper, 6', 175 sophomore. Also Brandon Richardson, 5'7", 160 junior. The backfield consists of Skylar Delk, the senior, 6', 180, and senior Briar Begler, 5'8", 165. Jacob Greathouse, your quarterback, the freshman, 5'9", 145 pounds. And for the first time in the season, the Raiders did not win the toss, and for the first time this season, the Raiders will go on defense to start the ball game. They have won every toss but 2. Those other 2, the teams deferred. The Raiders have taken offensive possession every single game except for tonight. The Raiders back in black tonight, folks. The all-black uniforms with the silver numbers and letters. And they've got the maroon helmets with the white. Raiders are on the side, the white stripe down the middle as the Raiders take the field. It will be all white for the Bulldogs, jerseys and pants. They've got green numbers and letters trimmed out in gold, green helmets with the very, very bright gold insignia on the side with the Bulldog.
Chrome decals.
The eyes of the states, a lot on here tonight. Obviously, this is the Metro News Class AA game of the week. Appreciate everyone joining us from both sides. I see some Doddridge County fans tuning in. Let us know you're watching. Hope you enjoy it. Hope you don't get mad at my slight Raider bent. So the Bulldogs will move from left to right in quarter number 1. Back deep to receive is that number 8, John?
Yes, sir.
Brandon Heilman, the 5'9 junior, set to return. He got a couple of anchors to left and right of him. It will be Colbin Cottrell to do the kicking, the sophomore for the Raiders. Just learned how to kick soccer style, and he is doing it well.
Yeah, very dangerous, but a nice weapon to have here, Drew. Be able to pin some teams deep on their side of the field. Like you said, just figuring out how to kick. And, man, he's got a leg.
Two very good teams tonight. Special teams could be important. Turnover battle could be important. We are just excited to have a game with two very good teams. Again, it's alumni night. All former Raider football players have been welcomed back. They'll be honored at halftime. As the clock strikes 0, it'll set to 12 minutes. There is the whistle. Number 2, Roane County in AA. Number 4, Doddridge in single A. Cottrell slowly approaches high. End over end kick taken by Heilman at the 13, straight up the middle, cuts it out, back to the middle, and he is locked up at the 25-yard line. Tremendous coverage by the kick team for the Raiders.
Yeah, Clay Walker there to make the stop. Clay Walker dinged up a little bit on Monday night, Drew, in that JV game, but he's a gamer. He's going to be back out there tonight. Nice tackle. You saw B. Rich come flying in like a missile. His footing wasn't there. He slipped through. As you can see, number 1's going to come flying in here. And then you see Clay Walker with another country hit.
Appreciate Jeremy Ibeson tuning in. I was not sure how to say that last name. 1st and 10, just past the 25 of the Doddridge County Bulldogs. Left hash, into the shotgun, goes the quarterback Trenton Huffman. Huffman, QB keeper to the outside. Raiders, the ball pops loose. Roane County jumps on it. I mentioned that turnovers could be an issue. Someone got into the pile and stripped the ball away from the quarterback, and the Raiders pounce.
Yeah, you can see right here, it's just going to be a scrum, but our linebackers fly to it. Ball is going to shoot way up in the air here on the turf, bounces around, and I believe Delk is the guy that's going to recover the fumble. A great start for the Raiders tonight.
So the Raiders with the first turnover on play number 1. Field position at the Doddridge 33-yard line. Right to left go the Roane County offense in the black uniforms. And they'll start out in the traditional heavy offense. Doddridge will load the box. Greathouse surveys underneath. Whistle, flags. Did Roane County not get it off in time?
Possibly a delay. Looks to be.
And Coach Paul Burdett, not wanting to use his first time out, will take the 5-yard loss.
Yeah, you have momentum here, so a little slip up there. We're still in business.
Make it 1st and 15 from the 38 of Doddridge. Heavy package leaning left. It'll be the 3rd man. That's Begler. Off tackle and into a pile of defenders. He'll get 4 back, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
The battle up front tonight, Drew, is going to be the name of the game. We have not seen a defensive front or an offensive line as tough this entire season, so this is just going to be one of those ball games where it's going to be won in the trenches.
2nd down, 11. I formation. The wing near side is Colton Paxton. Here's a pitch outside. Flags come in as Begler gets to the 25, and I think this one's going to be coming back on a hold.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a hold, but I thought it was a tremendous block. Colton Paxton absolutely flat-backed the D-end here on this side, and I think that's who they're going to end up calling. If you watch here, Paxton at the wing spot, you're going to see him just get his hands on the inside of the shoulder pads, and bam, that's where the flag came in, I think. I thought it was a great block.
Raiders moving the wrong way after the turnover defensively. That will send them way back to the 47 of Doddridge, 2nd down and forever. Second and about 25 yards to go. The Raiders will change personnel. Jacob Greathouse out. At QB will be Skylar Delk. They'll split Brandon Richardson out wide. And now they'll move Begler out into the slot. Snap back, 5-step drop, pressure. Deep ball, Brandon Richardson wide open down the field. The catch is made. Richardson dropped at the 1. A flag is down though.
Yeah, that was the thing. I was looking, couldn't get too hyped because I seen the flag come. Not sure what it was.
Some kind of an illegal shift probably.
Maybe he wasn't set long enough.
Coach Burdett's about to get the education. And it will be Roane County take the big play off the board, and Roane County is moving the wrong way.
Yeah, Doddridge very fortunate there that there was a penalty because B. Rich just took off on a beeline there. And a nice looking throw by Delk. But Roane County just shooting themselves in the foot here on this first possession.
3 straight penalties on offense. The Raiders started this series at the 33 of Doddridge. They're at their own 48 now. Second down and forever. Snap is back. This will be Delk to the outside. Skylar cutting it at the 40. Fights down to the 39. Big gain for Skylar Delk on second down and long. That will make it third down and a little more manageable.
Yeah, here just a St. Louis Drew quarterback's going to keep it. He's got blockers out in front here coming to the left. Nice blocking, too, as it gets to the second level. Linebackers are being sealed, but a big pickup there for Delk.
10:30 and rolling first quarter. The Raiders turning Doddridge over on the first play, but they've been moving backwards. They've got it third down and 16 from the 39 of the Bulldogs. Receiver to both sides. Delk out of the shotgun. He'll move Begler out to the slot once again. Snap back, 3-step drop, steps up, fires it deep down the field. Nobody's there. That's going to be picked off. The safety back on the backside. And that was number 8, Brandon Heilman. I'm not sure what Delk saw. There's a flag, though, deep into the secondary. The question is, did Roane County get held because there was no one near that pass?
Yeah, didn't see.
We can only hope. The White Hats ready to tell us.
Oh, that's
Boy,
a face
add
mask.
insult to injury, a 5-yard face mask after the deep ball turnover. And the Raiders, Matt, are struggling with the yellow hankies.
Yeah, 4 of them so far in the ball game have been costly on that first drive.
You know, if you're 4th and 16, you
Yes.
go for that deep ball,
Yeah.
John. I'm not sure if Delk and Begler just didn't have the communication, or Skylar thought he was going to get rid of it deep enough to throw it away. So a couple of turnovers, one for both teams. 1st and 10 for Doddridge at the 20-yard line, 10-minute mark of the first quarter. I formation, handoff, off tackle. The Raiders have pressure. Christian Jarvis the first to hold up the running back, Richards, and the rest of the black jerseys collapse.
Yeah, Christian Jarvis, there's nobody blocked him there. He's going to come from that D-end or that D tackle spot. You've got a D-end out there with Ori May on his side and slips through, boom, makes the tackle in the backfield. Ori May helping clean that thing up. Defense is playing great so far. We got to get that offense clicking.
A loss of 3, back to the 18. Left to right go the Bulldogs on the near hash. Ace formation, receivers both sides. They'll bring one in motion to the near side. Snap back, off tackle, give, and that one gobbled up. This time it's big Jacob Bunner.
Bunner, that time read the pull. Did a great job here. You can see on the replay he's going to play this near side D tackle. He's going to read that pull, and as soon as he does, he's going to follow that thing down and make the tackle. Boom, a perfect read by the D tackle, Jacob Bunner, the junior.
A loss of 3 more brings up 3rd and 16 from the 15 of the Bulldogs.
3rd and 16 coming up for the Bulldogs.
Doddridge breaks the huddle. They'll send 2 receivers to both sides. Shotgun for Trenton Huffman. Snap is back. Huffman looking near side. He's got pressure. He's going to go deep with it. His intended target overshot. Step for step was Skylar Delk. They were looking for the tight end, Gabriel Stewart, and it'll be 4th and punting situation.
Yeah, Delk did his homework because Stewart is the guy they love to go to. Delk there step for step with him. Defense, though, Drew, showing up, making some huge tackles in the backfield, and now the offense with a chance to get the ball once again.
Pressure off the edge from Ori May. 8:33 on a stopped first quarter clock, no score. Raiders will send Begler and Richardson back deep. It will be Stewart, the punter, standing at his own 4-yard line. Clean snap. Stewart leg in, end over end. Richardson backs up to the 45, drops it, picks it up, goes east and west, trying to get free. Breaks one tackle, brings it back to the middle, cuts. Still at the 45, now to the 50, now to the 45, now to the 40, down to the 35, down to the 30-yard line goes Brandon Richardson, an electric return.
Yeah, this guy's got wheels. Even off the bounce, Drew, he cuts, boom, Riley Coran right there with a hand on him. Didn't get it, but man, look at the footwork here. And look at the wall set up here for the Raiders. Ori May trying to get there, and a beautiful return to set the Raiders up offensively once again. 2
possessions now have started inside the 35 of the Bulldogs. This one will begin at the 29.5 of Doddridge. No score, 8:14 mark of the first quarter. Raiders move right to left from the near hash. Stick eye formation, 3 in the backfield, dotted by Begler. It'll be the quick hitter to Paxton, and he is locked up by Iveson. That's a big boy.
Yeah, he's no small fella.
Actually, that was Cale Hart. I apologize. He's not small either, though. 6'1", 285. Iveson, 6'1", 260.
That's the first time we've seen a stick eye. I bet you Peary had a little bit to do with that.
Gain of just a half of yard on the play. 2nd and basically 10 from the 29 of Doddridge. Back to Heavy. Leaning right, handoff Begler. Jumps across the initial line of scrimmage, bounces down to the 26, a gain of a couple more. It'll bring up 3rd down and long for the Raiders. 7:30 and counting, first quarter, no score.
He picked up about 3 on that one. 3rd down and 6.
Greathouse standing over by Coach Paul Burdett, who is kneeling down in a relaxed position. He was very uncharacteristically relaxed in our coach's interview. I formation. Wing set to the near side, pitch near side. That's Begler, lead blocker. Begler down to the 20, cuts it at the 20, down inside the 16, and the Raiders will pick up a big first down on 3rd down and long.
Yeah, we talked about winning in the trenches here tonight, Drew. We're winning in the trenches, and our running backs are sealing the edge as you watch guys falling, hitting the ground, boom, and then Begler just puts his foot in the ground and continues on. Nice pickup.
6:45 and counting first quarter. Chains move 1st and 10 Roane County at the 17 of the Bulldogs. Raiders traveling right to left from the near hash. Watson splits to the far side. I formation with the wing near. Here's the quick hitter. That's Delk. Bounces off a pair of defenders. Gets free to the 10 and down inside the 10 to the 9. That one took a bit of time, but it ends up with a nice gain.
Yeah, Delk, one of those guys, Drew. He hits somebody's back, keeps the legs moving, and McKinney there to save a touchdown. He kept running and moved McKinney just a little bit, but a nice drive here after a big play on the last one.
They can get a first from the 7, 2nd and 2 from the 9. Snap back, give. Begler bounces. Begler into the end zone. Touchdown.
Nice setup here, Drew. Just what we like to call an ISO, and a good block for from Delk to help Begler get himself into the end zone here. Perfect blocking and sealing guys off, and Beggs into the end zone.
Begler has such good vision as a running back. Raiders go for 2. I formation. Greathouse rolling. He's got pressure. Steps up into the pocket. Dumps it deep into the corner. He had an open receiver, but he overshot Paxton. And the Roane County Raiders will be no good from the 2-point conversion. 5:58 remaining, first quarter, 6-0. Roane County, you're watching Roane County High School Raider football on WVRC.
Erie Insurance says here's to the grown-ups who move, mortgage, mow, and still bust a move. But does your home insurance still fit? Erie helps you protect the home you've grown into, all at fair prices that are often less than the other guys. So how do you find the right coverage? Magic. Nope. Local independent agents who get to know you like this.
Your Erie agent in Spencer is the Ashley Insurance Agency. Get a quote at 304-927-2175.
Erie Insurance.
5:58 remaining, first quarter. Roane County hits first with a 6-0 lead, Matt White.
Yeah, it was a nice drive, 5 plays, 30 yards, 2 minutes, 16 seconds off the clock. Briar Begler with a 9-yard touchdown run, 2-point conversion attempt, no good. All that set up by a beautiful punt return by Brandon Richardson. Roane County draws first blood, 6-0.
Heilman back deep to receive, flanked by Jared Trent and Tylen Snyder. Ball will sail off the right leg, or right foot of Coben Cottrell from the 40. Cottrell slowly approaches, leg in, line drive, angle. That will be taken by Jones. At the 20, to the 30, spins at the 30, and finds nothing but a hard hit from Colton Paxton right there.
Yeah, Paxton's not the guy you want breathing down your neck. And he shot through, slowed up a little bit by Jarvis, and Paxton just finished that thing off.
Well, early in this game, obviously the Raiders with tremendous field positioning at the 33 of Doddridge, at the 29. Bulldogs in their third set now, and they are at the 32-yard line, left to right from the near side hash. 5:53 here in the first quarter, 6-0 Roane County. Receiver to both sides. Wing to the near side, shotgun for Huffman. Snap is back. Seth Richards will keep it, and he is gobbled up at the 30. And
Ball's
Roane
out.
County said that they have the football. Did the ball come out is the question. It looks like Richards has it.
Ah, man, backside pressure once again, Drew. Christian Jarvis as well as Ori May come from that backside. That thing slowed up. It was slow to develop. You're trying to move guys. This defensive line tonight, Drew, pinning their ears back and making Doddridge pay.
Loss of 2. Second down and 12 from the 30 of the Bulldogs. Pair of receivers split to the wide side. Back set in the I formation. Trenton Huffman under center. The snap, Huffman, 3-step drop, looking over the middle. He'll launch it. That's too high. Good coverage by Shea Harper. They were looking for their receiver, Landon Thomas. That one, if it hit a little higher, Brandon Richardson standing back there.
Yeah, I thought B. Rich was going to be able to get under that football there, but great coverage. You know, film study has been key this week, Drew, because Doddridge likes to try a little bit of different things. You saw some different plays against Work County. If you watch the film, exciting defense for Roane County here tonight. They are just tuned in.
Third down opportunity for the defense. 3rd and 12. 3 receivers far side, 1 near side. Snap in the shotgun. Huffman pressured up the middle. Breaks free, though. He'll launch it over in the side, and that one is picked. No, just missed by Lane Watson diving at the 33. Good pursuit up the middle by the Raider front.
Yeah, when you have defensive pressure up front, makes it tough. And then the secondary, Drew, I looked out through. It was pretty much man on man. A nice job. You got Shea Harper playing a corner on this as well.
Bulldogs will give it up with 5:02 on the first quarter clock. Roane County leads 6-0. Stewart set to punt from the 20. Begler, Richardson at their own 37. Good punt, high, end over end. Richardson backs up, stays away from it. That one inside the 30 and dropped at the 29 for the Roane County Raider offense.
Okay, Roane County now has some field to go, but I'm telling you, man, if you're watching the film up front, we are doing work.
Raiders will move from right to left for this final 4:54 of the first quarter. They lead 6-0. Battle of unbeaten 7-0 teams. Number 2 Roane County in Class AA. Number 4 Doddridge County in Class Single A. The freshman quarterback Jacob Greathouse enters the huddle. Raiders will stick with stick. The stick-eye formation dotted by Briar Begler. Greathouse under center. Here's the snap. Third man, that is Briar, into the pile again. And that front line, very nasty. That one looks like number 58. That is Charlie Iveson.
Yeah, but you're wanting to move guys around a little bit here, Drew. Just a stick eye, double tight, a old school smash mouth look here for Roane County. But if you get a seam, you know what our running backs are able to do.
A yard on the play, 31 for Roane County. 2nd and 9, 4:20 and rolling. First quarter action. Back to Heavy, leaning left. Great house. Third man through is Begler again. Cuts off of his lead block, and Seth Richards comes flying in. Or was that Richards?
No, that's McKinney. McKinney's playing that Mike Backer, and he just read that thing. There's nobody pulling. We're just opening up holes and trying to let our two fullbacks kind of lead the way.
3rd down and 6 for Roane County. Ball resting at their own 34. They need just past the 39, almost to the 40. 3:45 and rolling, 6-0 Raiders. Richardson split wide, far side. Coben Cottrell near side, snap back. Rolling, dumping out there. That's Begler.
Oh.
He tipped it to himself. He got by Stewart. Had he been able to make the grab, that's a first down catch. And the Raiders forced into a punting situation. This has been certainly interesting for the Raiders this year. Not too many punts, but
only 2 punt attempts on the season. One was blocked, and the other was snapped over the head of Cottrell. But if he can get one off clean, Cottrell's got a cannon for a leg.
He definitely does.
Aiden Eddy stands at his 30. Cottrell at the 20. Clean snap. Cottrell, leg in. That one low, line drive. That's not going to be returned. That's going to be a great punt for Cottrell. He'll flip the field down to the 28-yard line. And the Raiders stall on their 3rd possession. 6-0 Roane County, 3:25 mark here in quarter number 1.
Yeah, offense wasn't clicking there that time. We had some opportunities, but the defense so far tonight, Drew, has just been lights out against Doddridge's offense. Our defensive front has just come to play.
Bulldogs will possess it at their own 29, left to right for the final 3:25 of the first quarter. Ball spotted on the near hash, the Roane County side. Receiver split wide. Double tight end. Huffman under center. He'll hand off. That's Richards looking for the outside. There's no room to run right now for these Doddridge Bulldog running backs.
Yeah, you're going to see Doddridge's offensive line. They're going to move Adam Burnside to one side or the other, and about 95% of the time they're going to go behind 55. And you see Jacob Bunner as kind of mirroring him, so it's something to watch here throughout this game.
They'll give him 3 on the carry out to the 32. 2nd down and 7. Full backfield. Again, Richards to the outside, looking for room to bounce it. He will break a tackle near the first down mark, and he will push out to the 40. A very hard collision right near the line to reach.
It looks like Lane Watson was out there to help make that tackle along with Shea Harper. But Seth Richardson Richards gets to the outside there, Drew. He puts a foot down and moves the chains. The first down for Doddridge here this evening.
1st and 10 from the Bulldog 40-yard line. 2:35 and counting. First quarter, 6-0 Raiders. Heavy for the Bulldogs. Quick hitter. I mean, this is a mirror image of what Roane County does with their heavy. That's a quick hitter up the middle for 4, maybe even 5 yards. Give him 4.5.
Colton Albright in there to make the stop. We've talked about it all week, Drew. You know, just how much these teams mirror each other, and they just play the same kind of football.
Bryce McKinney on the carry. 2nd and 6 from the 44 of the Bulldogs. Clock rolling below 2 minutes in the first quarter. 6-0 Raiders. Bulldog version of heavy, leaning to the left. Huffman taking a look at his wristband. Under center he goes. That's a give. That's Richards. Richards fighting straight forward, and great collisions. These two teams really bringing the heat.
Yeah, so bad that Ori May lost a hat there. You're going to look at the backers here and watch who's going to be the guy that shoots in like a rocket. It's the safety, Brandon Richards.
When you say somebody shoots in there like a rocket, just assume that it's B. Rich.
I will say that from here
5
on out.
on the carry brings up 3rd and 1 from the 49. Quick hitter off tackle, And I think on the second effort, Doddridge has the first down, but that hit between Skylar Delk and the running back was McKinney again, was very violent.
Yeah, McKinney just able to get his footing after the first initial contact and move the chains again. And this is what Doddridge's offense likes to do, Drew. They can be very methodical as well.
Very powerful as well. Just across midfield, the Bulldogs go at the Raider 49. 50 seconds and counting here in the first. 6-0 Roane County. Back to the traditional I go the Bulldogs. They'll hand it again to Richards to the outside, looking for room to run. Breaks a tackle down the sideline at the 30. Tries to cut back out of bounds. And a big run for Seth Richards.
Delk that time, as well as Lane Watson there, slowing Richards up as he just takes his step out of bounds. 35.2 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. Roane County is up 6-0, but Doddridge here on their first real drive of the game.
This chess match back and forth between the front lines of both sides. Right now, the Bulldogs winning the fight up front offensive line-wise. I formation, 1st and 10 from the Raider 30. Huffman, quick hitter. That's McKinney again. Straight forward goes McKinney for 8 yards, maybe even 9. The Raiders a bit on their heels with 25 seconds left. We'll see if the Bulldogs run another play. Huffman hustling into the huddle. I think he feels like the Raider defense is a little bit gassed. Still in the huddle are the Bulldogs. And it looks as if they will not run a final play. We've got a battle here after one quarter, 6-0 Roane County. The Bulldogs on the march, though. You're watching and listening to Roane County High School Raider football on WVRC.
This is Jennifer Board-Nichols at Board Depew Realty. So many things have changed around us lately, and we are all concerned about what the future holds. During these uncertain times, we want you to know that one thing will not change, and that's the service and the professionalism we will offer you at Board Depew Realty. My grandmother started this company over 64 years ago, and one thing hasn't changed. If you use Board Depew Realty to buy or sell your home, you are guaranteed to receive service that is guided by principles like honesty and wisdom and a conscience. Owning a home is the American dream, and that hasn't changed. So let Board Depew Realty show you the way to that dream. Even if the times are changing, principles and service shouldn't. So let Board Depew Realty show you that some things remain the same.
Our house is a very, very, very fine house.
50-50. We welcome you back to County Stadium, and I think the end of the first quarter came at a great time for Roane County's defense on their heels. The Raiders leading 6-0, but Doddridge has established the run game here in sort of a heavy look, just as Roane County does. They've got it 2nd and 1 from Roane County's 21.
Yeah, out of the heavy stuff, they're kind of getting to that edge, Drew. They're sealing that D end and trying to get to a linebacker, forcing our corners to make tackles, and that's not who we want making the tackles. They're doing a good job of getting to our linebackers.
Teams switch sides to begin the second quarter. Right to left. The Bulldogs will attack. I formation from the 21 of Roane County. Huffman hands it off. That's McKinney. He's got the first down and then some inside the 15 down to the 14 of Roane County. The Bulldogs being very doggish.
Yeah, they just opened up a hole. I thought maybe it might be a little trap, but it wasn't. Nobody moved. They just opened up the hole. Skylar Delk with a tackle, and Doddridge here moving.
6-0 Roane County. Bulldogs into their look of heavy. 3 in the backfield. It'll be Richards bouncing it, looking to bounce it. Can't get free. We've got a flag in, and we may have a hold out on the edge. I saw a pancake at the end.
Yeah, that was definitely going to be a hold on Doddridge. You've seen Schaefer about get his black jersey ripped off here at the defensive end spot.
White Hats holding on the offense, so that will give the Raider defense a bit of life as it happened in the backfield. So that one will move the ball back to the 26 of Roane County. First down and quite a bit.
Yep. Good opportunity here for the defense.
22.
First and 22, Matt White says. Far side hash, right to left, heavy package. Huffman under center, hands it off. Richards gobbled up the middle again. John, you mentioned that while we were on break, the outside seems to be working a bit better for Doddridge, but that inside is still locked up by the Raiders.
Yeah, you have Bunner and you have Christian Jarvis in there. You have Noah Jett that's going to be playing that nose position. I talked with his dad yesterday and said he was looking forward for the opportunity to play quite a bit of defense here. So they're doing a good job of shutting that thing down. Where Doddridge has had some success is off tackle.
Second down, 21. Shotgun now for Huffman. Receiver to both sides. He's going to look to throw. Over the middle, dumps it out there, looking for his man. Incomplete. Great coverage by Skylar Delk, step for step once again.
That's film study right there, Drew. I talked about it earlier. Step for step, good job. He had a hand on a hip. That's okay, as Doddridge was not able to convert there. Great defense once again by the Raiders.
Ball slightly underthrown as Stewart tried to come back, tripped and fell, and just barely got a hand on it. Third down and 21. Ball resting at the Roane County 25. 6-0 Raiders at the moment. Receiver to both sides, wing to the far side. Huffman wants to throw again. He's got pressure. He's going to dump it high and nowhere. Nobody over there. Is that going to be an intentional grounding? He was in the pocket, and he threw that to nobody.
Yeah, I was looking for somebody, and there was nobody over on that side of the field. Maybe just a busted play.
All sorts of pressure up the middle once again. The white hat speaking with the side judge, and here comes the flag. Just had to make sure all the qualifications were met for an intentional grounding call. So fourth down and 21 for the Bulldogs. Raiders will put a couple of safeties deep in the backfield.
Yeah, that's the sensational sophomores, Drew. That's Shea Harper and Lane Watson. Coach Burdett must have got a new jersey last year when we wore the black. Shea wore number 35, so Coach made sure that Shea had 31 this year.
10:31 on a stop second quarter clock. 6-0 Roane County, and it's fourth down and forever at the 37 of the Raiders. For the Bulldogs, they'll split a receiver to both sides. McKinney a wing on the near side. The senior Trenton Huffman out of the shotgun. Snap back, Huffman 5 steps, he'll dump it over the middle and just in and out of the hands of the target. Boy, the coverage of Skylar Delk, the closing speed, that one bumped it out of the hands of the target, Richards.
Yep, so Roane County's offense gets a chance here to put some more points on the board. I'm telling you, Drew, our defense is just playing so well, assignment football, and that's one of the things that we talked about throughout this week.
We've said it numerous times. This defense is built for bend but not breaking, and many times they'll get put back into their own end zone and able to get away. First and 10 on the turnover on downs at the 37 of Roane County, left to right, leading 6-0 with 10:26 remaining in the half. I formation, quick hitter up the middle. Delk carrying a couple of white jerseys for 5 yards.
Yeah, 77 Hart in there, as well as Snyder helping out on that tackle. But a nice pickup on first down.
Skylar with 5 out to the 42. Second and 5 for Roane County's offense. Nearing the 10-minute mark, this game we expect it to be a dogfight, a battle, and so far so good. Raiders stick with the I formation. Begler trying to bounce it out. Ball is loose, and the Raiders turn it over.
Yeah, the handoff, I don't think it was very secure there. Some pressure up front by the D front of Doddridge, and the ball just bounced out of the hands of Briar Begler. Fortunately, it wasn't a scoop and score because there was nobody out there.
So the Raiders turn it over. And in an inopportune time, that giving the Bulldog offense new life at the 9:49 mark of the half. Raiders back on defense quickly, leading 6-0. 3 in the backfield for the Bulldogs. Huffman going to hand it off. That's Richards. Richards moving forward down to the 35 of Roane County. Give him 4.
Matthew Schaefer comes in there and helps out, makes a tackle.
The chess match continues. Roane County turning Doddridge over on the first play. And now the Raiders giving it back to the Bulldogs with great field position. Receiver splits to the near side. Now they'll send Tylen Snyder out to a wing. I formation. The give. Richards to the outside. Flags come in from the side judges, both sides. So somebody's lined up off sides. We don't know who, though, on what team.
First there by 72, Christian Jarvis.
Looks like they're going to move it back.
Legal formation, the call on the Bulldog offense. That'll back them to the 40 of Roane County. It'll be 2nd down and 11. 6-0 Raiders, 9:10 left in the first half. The clock will roll. Boy, Roane County, their defense has played so well. Their offense has only capitalized one time, though. Some opportunities in the first half you don't want to waste. Receiver split to the far side, wing to the far side. Huffman under center. Here's a pitch outside. That's Richards cutting it off the defender. Great edge coverage by Brandon Richardson, and he will end up with part of that tackle as well.
Yeah, he will. He just got there on the spot first thing, and Seth Richards had to kind of try to cut that thing to the outside, but B. Rich just cut his legs out from under him. He just came from the safety spot, man. Look at this, boom. Great play.
3rd down and 11 from the 41 of Roane County. Sorry, 3rd and 12, I apologize. 6-0 Raiders with 8:15 and counting left in the first half. Battle of 2 7-0 teams, one in Class AA, one in Class Single A. Receiver near side, I formation. Here's the fake, rollouts. Huffman going to dump it to the sideline. Boy, he tried to fit it into a window, and Skylar Delk is like white on rice in a paper plate in a snowstorm right now.
Yeah, step for step. You saw Huffman try to thread that thing as it was a 10-and-out route, but a nice job once again by the defense. You know, our defensive front's playing well. Our secondary's playing step for step. We've got a little bit of changing in that secondary tonight. I haven't seen Sawyer Hunt in there yet, but he's going to be one of those guys in the rotation.
Stewart's going to line up as a punter, but that's going to be a fake. Here's the pitch outside. Not fooled. Roane County get a hold of that big boy. The Raiders able to withstand the fake punt. It was snapped to the up man, which is the quarterback Huffman. He pitched it on the option, and Colton Paxton does his work film-wise. He doesn't get the tackle.
That's Schaefer. And then Paxton.
Schaefer was the first one. He also does homework. So the Raiders consecutively able to go 4 and out defensively.
Right.
Turnover on downs. Roane County gets it right back at their own 39-yard line with 7:49 and a 6-0 lead here in the first half. Raiders split a receiver to both sides. Shotgun for Delk. He'll keep it to the outside. He's got a lead blocker. He needs more than that. Delk past the 40. He got all he could out of that one. Great lateral movement from the defense of Doddridge.
Yeah, they just kept stringing that out. McKinney in there for another tackle. Riley Kern was there but slipped. You got to tip your cap to Delk, though. He's just a tough kid that continues to run hard.
Tremendous chess match here in the first half between these two programs. 2nd and 8 from the 41 of Roane County. Again, they'll split a receiver to either side. Delk out of the shotgun. B. Rich in motion. Here's the give on the jet sweep. Brandon looking to cut it up. He will at the 45. He'll pick up nice yardage, and it'll be 3rd and short just past the 45 for Roane County.
Yeah, that jet, he just comes back across, and you saw nice blocking by the running backs there as well. Adam Burnside for Doddridge in there with his second tackle.
Give him 6 on the play, 3rd down and a short 4, a long 3. 6:40 and counting. Roane County could really use a 3rd down conversion. Delk from the shotgun, snap back, he's going to keep it, and he's not going to get it. Right there is the big man, Adam Burnside, and Delk did not have enough lead blocking on the backside as Burnside locked him up.
Yeah, just a quarterback run there. You've got Lane Watson and you've got Paxton lined up there kind of in that sniffer spot. They're both going to try to move up and make that seal block, but, man, that defensive front starting to work here a little bit tonight.
Raiders on a 4th down appear to be going for it. This could be a Cleveland call. We do not know. Receiver to either side. Cottrell far side, Richardson near side. Snap back. They're going to go for it. Delk wants to throw. He'll dump it to the middle, and that is Brandon Richardson just past midfield for the nice grab.
Nice little play because the defense is thinking the whole time B-Rich is probably going to go on a go route. He just does a nice little curl, gets in front of the sticks, and Delk delivers a nice pass. So Roane County's going to move the chains, sets his feet right there. Beautiful play.
Well, that's rough field position for the Raiders. He was at the 49, got slung back to the midfield stripe, and that's where it's marked. 1st and 10, new life for the Raider offense. Back to Heavy. Begler hit at the line of scrimmage. He'll get maybe a half yard. I don't know that they're even going to give him that.
That's Burnside in there once again. You know, last year, Drew, when we played Doddridge on that first drive, they really stopped our heavy look. So these guys have seen this offense before, and now they're starting to kind of pick it apart a little bit. But we have so many formations and so many weapons, we can do a lot of things.
No gain, 2nd and 10 from midfield. Raiders back to Heavy. Greathouse goes under center. Snap back, pitch near side. Begler, he looks for the outside. He's got room to run at the 40, spins off. Here goes Begler to the wide side of the field, and an official goes down as Coben Cottrell and a back judge ran into each other.
Yeah.
But nevertheless, if it's not working up the middle, Begler able to really just pick the hole he wanted to go through. Great blocking outside, great spin move. And Begler gets big yardage down inside the 35 to the 33 of the Bulldogs. 4:43 and counting in the 2nd quarter, 6-0 Roane County.
Pickup of 17 on that play.
Raiders sticking heavy. Here's a quick hitter to Delk. Tripped up at the line of scrimmage, falls forward for 3. Down to the 30-yard line. Good balance by the senior fullback.
The senior do-it-all guy.
Yeah,
he's the Swiss Army knife.
When I said fullback, I thought, well, that doesn't do it justice. 4:10 and counting. 2nd quarter action. Roane County down to the 30 with a 2nd down and 7 for the Bulldogs. We'll go back to stick eye. Greathouse, 2nd man, that's Delk. Schuyler jumps forward again with a defender on his legs, and he will land at the 25-yard line. A pickup of about 5 brings up 3rd down and 2.
Yeah, just fighting for anything that we can get. He understands the importance of this football game to get us some looks around the state, but just the offensive line opening up some holes and guys just getting to where they need to be.
The battle between the front lines, both sides, has been fun to watch. Both these teams have tremendous front lines. Back to stick for a 3rd and 2 for the Raiders. They need the 23. Begler, 3rd man through. He's up in there, and he will be short. They'll only give him the 24. It looked as if he had a lot of room for a second, but closed quickly.
Yeah, that hole opened up quickly, and him being the 3rd guy through, man, I thought we're going to get to the 2nd level here, but the defensive front, you just have to tip your cap to those guys. Adam Burnside in there again for his 5th tackle here this evening.
Raiders need 1.5 yards. 2:50 and rolling. 6-0 Raiders. Is this just going to be a 3 yards in a cloud of dust play? It's a heavy package look. 9 in the box for Doddridge. Quick hitter, Delk. He's up there. As he got the 1st down, it looks as
like
if the 2nd effort will give him the 21.
Yes, sir.
And that will move the chains deep in the territory of the Bulldog defense. 1st and 10, they'll give him the 20. 2:30 and rolling. 6-0 Raiders.
To be the 12th play of the drive, 3 first downs, 2 fourth down conversions.
Raiders mincing no words. They've got 3 in the backfield. Heavy left. Oh, and a miscommunication. The ball's on the ground.
We got it.
Did Greathouse get there quickly? He did. That's going to be a burned play. Give him a yard on the fumble. And those are things that you have to guard against in a game of this magnitude. Obviously, Doddridge turning it over on the first play. The Raiders turning it over later in the quarter, but they were not burned by it. The Raiders able to get they weren't able to get a touchdown off of that turnover. So when you see that ball on the ground here in this game, that is scary stuff.
Yeah, it's extra scary in a game of this magnitude. We've talked about taking care of the ball, not having penalties, and executing. We're doing a lot of those things, especially defensively as Roane County. Offensively, we've had a couple things that haven't worked out for us, but it hasn't come to bite us here. 1:57 left to go here in the first half. 6-0 the Raiders, and we are inside the red zone. Be nice to punch another one in here because we get the ball at the half.
I am so unused to having that happen that I forgot. The good thing is you get about a half a yard and you're in 4-down territory.
Almost 6 minutes off the clock on this drive.
The clock shows 1 minute 57 seconds. The score is 6-0, Roane County leading. And it's a 2nd down and a long 9 at the Doddridge 19.5-yard line. Left to right go the Raider offense. I formation with a wing to the left. Now Paxton in motion to the near side. Pitch outside. Begler looking for a hole. Begler cuts it off at the 15, fights down to the 10, and that will be near the 1st down line.
That time, a perfect block. Skylar Delk gets out here on Riley Coran as he helps Begler get to the second level, and it looks like Eddie was the guy that made the tackle to save it.
The ball spotted directly on the 10-yard line, and that will draw a measurement coming from the chain crew.
Got William Starcher showing the wheels out there tonight, Drew. Look at that.
Colin Mick, one of those former Roane County football players back in 1993 through 6. Again, it is alumni night. There's a lot of guys down on the track. They'll be honored at halftime for returning. Here comes the stretch of the chain, and the Raiders have it by a half a football.
Nice.
So it looks like it will be 1st down and goal. Is that right? Is it just on the 10?
Yeah.
I think so. So we got 1st and goal for the Raiders. 1:39 left in the first half. Roane County with a 6-0 advantage.
Time for the big boy football.
Yep, grown man football here.
Placing in from Coach Burdett to Jacob Greathouse. The freshman enters the huddle. Raiders break the huddle. They'll send a receiver to the far side. That's Lane Watson. I formation. Motion to the near side is Paxton. Quick hitter. There is Begler down to the 5. Flag flies in late.
That may be a targeting call, Drew. We'll see.
Explanation being given to the white hat. It'll be a face mask call of the personal foul variety. That will move the ball half the distance to the goal after the carry by Begler. And it's marked at the 4 right now, so Roane County will have it at the 2. Or will they?
No, we picked up 3 on that last one.
Sorry, yes, okay. Thank you there, Matt. First and goal from the 4. 1:11 and counting. 6-0 Raiders. Bulldogs with 9 in the box. Raiders with heavy. Now Begler out in motion. And the ball is dropped and picked up by Greathouse, and he will jump forward for a yard. Boy, a couple of times now. The freshman having to jump on it, and he actually got a good play out of that. That's positive yardage. Give him a half yard.
Oh.
John is sweating.
Listen, man, I just see flashes of different games that I've called through the years.
Second and goal, Raiders hustling. Handoff, that's Delk, and he is dropped right at about the 1-yard line. 30 seconds left, and the Raiders will burn their first timeout. They'll have a 3rd and goal from the 1-yard line. John, this is just big boy football, as you mentioned right now. It's an old cliche. It's who wants it more on the front line, who pushes harder.
Yeah. Who stays lower.
Who stays lower.
all those things, but it's just you're that close to getting yourself into the end zone here and really setting yourself up for a nice beginning to the second half. You know, you go into the locker room with more momentum than what you had because you scored early in the first quarter. So now this is a big play for Roane County. Nice to get ourselves an opportunity to get in the end zone.
Well, the Raiders did a good job early in the game of taking a 5-yard delay game penalty, so they have timeouts available here. It's 3rd and goal from the 1. If you don't get it here, you can still regroup, and you got one more opportunity.
Yeah, yep. Just you know, we've done this all year. We've ran the football very well, and our O-line, once again, we're going to leave it in their hands, I hope.
Whoever gets this ball, 2 hands on the football. 31.7 seconds remaining in the first half, 6-0 Raiders. Raiders will go with heavy, leaning to the right. Greathouse under center. Here's the handoff. Delk into the end zone. Second effort for Skylar Delk. He was not in on the first push. He got stood up, John, recovered, got low, and fought to the white stripe.
Yeah, you're going to check him with fullback spot. You see Paxton's going to lead the way right here. Stepped up and continue to move and into that beautiful maroon end zone.
A tremendous drive for Roane County. Ends in a score with 28 seconds left. Roane County leading 12-0. Important 2-point conversion coming. Will we see a delay pass? I formation. There's Lane Watson as an end. Snap back. The fake. Here's the delay pass opportunity. He's going to dump it over there. Paxton's going to have to fight a couple of defenders, and that will be intercepted. So 12-0. The score will hold. You're watching and listening to Roane County Raider football on WVRC.
Hello. Once again this year, Brandon Dental Associates will honor U.S. military veterans on Thursday, November 10th, 2022. This annual one-day-only event will provide free dental care to U.S. military veterans. An appointment is necessary to participate. Please call Brandon Dental at 304-927-2775. That's Brandon Dental Associates, conveniently located on Hospital Drive in Spencer, West Virginia. 304-927-2775.
A tremendous drive for the Roane County Raiders. Takes it all the way down to 28 seconds left in the half, Matt White.
Yeah, 15 plays, 61 yards, 7 minutes and 21 seconds off the clock. Skylar Delk with a 1-yard touchdown run. 2-point conversion attempt was no good. Roane County 12, the Doddridge Bulldogs 0.
Once again, back deep to receive. Brandon Heilman, flanked by Tylen Snyder and Jared Trent. Cottrell will send this one away left to right across your dial or your TV screen. Approaches slowly, leg in, line drive kick. That will be dropped by Heilman, picked up. Those are always scary for a kick coverage team, but not for the Raiders. A flag comes in. That's at the 15. With great coverage, we may get even more.
Yeah, B. Rich was down there. Christian Jarvis, I mean, just a specimen of an athlete here, Drew. He's one of the first ones down there. You'll see 72 come shooting in, as well as Brandon Richardson. They're there.
You know, one can assume on these plays that it could be a block in the back, but I saw a fist to the head. That could be bad for the Raiders if that is the case. You always think holding or blocking the back there, but it may not be the case.
Oh, man.
So there is
Okay.
yakety yak block in the back. That's not this week's, but I've yet to hear it from Dan Powell, Elliott Powell, or Pat Lance. So we'll go with a couple weeks ago. So that is a block in the back, half the distance to the goal. We'll put it at the 7-yard line. And if you are Doddridge, you don't want to do anything crazy here.
Nope, it's got to be.
I see a possible kneel on this one. They've already coughed it up once. They're going to spread it out, though. 1st and 10 from the 7 with 21 seconds left. Nope, they will kneel on it, and I think that
very smart.
That far back is a very wise decision. A great first half of play. This is the battle we expected, and we're getting all we want, at least out of the first half. We'll take a break for our sponsors. When we come back, we'll recap the first half of play and give you your statistics. We'll check some scores around the state of interest in all 3 classes. You're watching and listening to Roane County High School Raider football on WVRC.
Calhoun Banks is your hometown bank. We've been serving Calhoun and the surrounding areas for over 120 years. We offer many financial and banking services, including commercial, online and mobile banking, mobile wallet, our annual Deals on Wheels loan sale, home and construction loans, and we specialize in land-only loans. With offices in Grantsville, Arnoldsburg, Elizabeth, and Glenville, we are ready to serve the needs of all of our communities. Stop in and see us at one of our 4 locations today. Visit our website at calhounbanks.com and follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Calhoun Banks WV. Lobby hours are Monday through Thursday, 8:30 a.m. to 3 p.m. Drive-through open 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Friday lobby hours are 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Drive-through open 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. And Saturdays, our drive-through is open 8:30 a.m. to noon.
Equal Opportunity Lender, member FDIC.
Carpenter's General Store in Spencer has been saving you money and giving you the best selection in Roane County since 1996. We have an amazing selection of domestic, import, and craft beers, ciders, and wines at the absolute lowest prices anywhere. And if we don't have it, we'll get it for you. We have a sporting goods section with all the right fishing gear, locally crafted lures, and live bait. And we also carry a great selection of firearms and ammunition. And once again, if we don't have it, we'll get it for you, with the lowest prices guaranteed. We're open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 8 p.m., Saturday, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., and Sunday, 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. So come see us at 746 Arnoldsburg Road in Spencer. It's a convenience store with a whole lot more.
Spencer Cash Saver is excited to announce that we are now accepting EBT payments through our online grocery site. Go to shop.spencercashsaver.com, schedule a convenient pickup time, fill your cart, then let us do the shopping for you. Give us a call when you arrive, and we'll bring your order right out to your vehicle. The $4.95 pickup fee is waived on orders over $100. So save time and shop online at shop.spencercashsaver.com.
Stop by D&D Motors for great deals on used cars. We have an incredibly diverse and continuously growing inventory to choose from, with many makes and models at price points that anyone can afford. D&D Service Department also offers oil changes, tire rotations, and other maintenance on your new purchase. Call D&D for your next service appointment. D&D Motors, located at 276 East Main Street in Spencer. Stop in and see Dan or Donna for your super deal today. Open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m., Saturday, 8 a.m. to noon, and closed on Sunday. D&D Motors, call 304-519-2157. DW Excavating, LLC, located in Spencer, West Virginia, is a locally owned and operated business proudly serving Roane and the surrounding counties. DW Excavating has all the equipment to meet your dirt work needs, including dozers, skid steers, excavators, and a dump truck. We specialize in driveway and road construction, culvert repair and installation, property clearing, utility line installation and repair, and much, much more. Call us at 304-532-2968 or find us on Facebook at DW Excavating LLC. Don't delay. Call us today to schedule your next project. DW Excavating LLC is a proud sponsor of Roane County Raider football. Go Raiders!
Need homeowner coverage, replacement cost on your home, or your contents? Homeowner policies are written at many different levels of coverage. Let us help you. Diane Williams Insurance at 217 Church Street has been providing folks with their needs for over 60 years. Give us a call or stop by Church Street next to the courthouse. Diane Williams Insurance. Call 304-927-5656. Home, auto, farm, mobile home, commercial buildings, motorcycles, campers, we can do it all. Call us at Diane Williams, 304-927-5656, or email us at dianewilliams@suddenlinkmail.com. Open Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 4:30.
This is Gabby Bowen, Chronic Care Manager at Roane County Family Healthcare. Have you ever been told by a doctor, nurse, or other healthcare professional that you have high blood pressure, also known as hypertension? Uncontrolled high blood pressure raises the risk for heart disease and stroke, which are leading causes of death in the United States. Fortunately, high blood pressure is treatable and preventable. Here at Roane County Family Healthcare, we have developed a program for our patients that incorporates one-on-one consultations, individualized care plans, education, monthly calls, and more. By participating in our services, you also receive your own free blood pressure monitor. Yes, a free monitor, so that you can closely monitor your progress. So are you ready to take the step towards healthier goals? Give me a call at 304-927-8139. My office hours are Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Let me help you manage your hypertension. Roane County Family Healthcare, healthcare for the entire family.
Visit the Garden Fresh Market in downtown Spencer. We stock fresh produce arriving daily. Let us create meat and cheese trays or veggie and fruit trays for your next event. Our kitchen is open daily, eat in or carry out, Monday through Saturday, serving breakfast, lunch, and dinner with daily specials available. We also sell fresh flower arrangements at Taylor's Floral. The Garden Fresh Market. Give us a call at 304-927-5109 or stop in and see us at 229 Ripley Road in downtown Spencer. And let's go Raiders!
Demand a machine that's built to mow the distance. Mow like you mean business with the Gravely ZT HD. The aggressive stance adds stability and a smoother ride. The plush, high-back seat ensures all-day riding comfort. And the Hydro Gear transmission delivers increased torque and control. Bring it home and cut like a pro. Find a Gravely ZT HD to help you get the job done right. Gravely, built to mow the distance.
Your local Gravely dealer is Richard's Lawn and Garden, located at 130 Main Street, Spencer, West Virginia. Phone number 304-927-4580. Be sure to visit our showroom across the street right beside the T-Mobile building.
We welcome you back at the half here from County Stadium. A lot of eyes on the state of West Virginia squarely on this football game. This was the battle in the first half that we had expected that we would see. And it was just fun football to watch, let alone to broadcast. 12-0 at the half, the Raiders leading the Bulldogs of Doddridge County. This thing started off with a bang. Roane County, for the first time this whole year, did not take the opening possession. The Raiders kicking, great coverage on the kick for the Raider coverage team, and they were able to get a tough field position to start for the Bulldogs at their own 33-yard line. On the first play from scrimmage, the Raider defense stacking up the running back Seth Richards, and someone comes in and rips it out. The Raiders recover the fumble on the first play of the game, and the offense is set up perfectly at the 34-yard line of the Bulldogs. Unfortunately, Roane County went backwards. They were unable to score after 3 consecutive penalties, and they ended up turning the ball over on downs. And so another opportunity for the Bulldogs. But what we saw in that first half was Roane County's defense. They've done a lot of homework. They've done a lot of film study, and they were able to snuff out the offensive series on the second series, and that forcing a punt for Doddridge deep in their own territory. The Raiders able to mount a very nice drive from that point to get the 6-0 lead. After that, the Bulldogs adjusted. Doddridge going to what Roane County considers our heavy package, and they were able to find the edges. They were able to muscle on the front line and get the openings for the running back. Seth Richards ripped off a big run to put the Bulldogs into tremendous field position down in Roane County's territory as we finished up the first quarter. They switched sides. Roane County was all the way down to their own 10-yard line. A very important holding call on the Bulldogs, backing them up. The Raiders got stout, got stiff, as they tend to do defensively in their own territory, and they were able to move Doddridge back to a punting situation. Now, the Bulldogs did not punt that. They went for a fake from midfield, but Colton Paxton and Matthew Schaefer, they did their homework, and they stopped that one. So the Raiders, with a turnover on downs, able to mount a massive drive. Matt will have to remind me of that. 15 plays, a ton of time. With 28 seconds left on the clock, the Raiders punched it in for their second score. The two-point conversion was no good. And the Raiders kicking off, it was underneath the legs of Heilman back at the 5-yard line. He got it picked up, got it out to the 12-yard line, but a block in the back moved it to the 7. With 20 seconds left, Doddridge says, we are not doing anything stupid here. So they kneeled on it, and that is where we stand, 12-0, Roane County. John, obviously I think that you were as impressed with Roane County's defense throughout as I have been, but this battle in the trenches between both sides, on both sides of the ball, has been really fun.
Yeah, you know, this one, everybody's kind of looked forward to it, and there's been talk about this game the entire year. You know, the schedule we've had so far, we've had some tough games over the last couple, though. Really, Roane County was just the better team and overmatched those teams so well. So to see us get in a football game and to play a tough, very good, in and out every single year program team, and for us to control the line of scrimmage and be up 12-0 right here, it tells us what we need to know about this Roane County football team. You know, there's been questions throughout the season. Who do we play? Who have we played? You look at all those kind of things, but tonight against a very good Doddridge team, to be up 12-0 here at the half, there's a ton of football. There's a ton of football to be played, but we came out and we showed why we're a dominant football team, and it's because what we've been able to do in the trenches so far.
And again, you mentioned there's a whole half of football left. The one thing that we never plan on is Roane County getting the possession to begin the second half. I think it would go a long way to helping the Raiders' cause if they were able to provide a good offensive series and punch one into the end zone right off of the get-go. If you do that, you feel really confident, not too confident. The one thing we know about Doddridge and Coach Burnside and his crew is they will not rest on a 12-0 deficit at halftime. They'll make necessary adjustments and changes, so the Raiders will have to be on both sides of the ball prepared for those changes. They'll have to, in real time, adjust, and they'll have to make do with the best information they've got. If they do that, John, I think just man for man, we're doing what we need to do right now.
Yeah, you know, Doddridge did a good job of figuring out that they couldn't move the ball very well on the inside, so they started chipping away at the outside. And then Roane County's defense just adjusted to that. You know, we've moved some guys around in the secondary all year. This is a different look in the secondary than what I'm used to seeing. Delk being one of those guys that's covering that tight end or covering that slot, he's just done tremendous tonight, step for step, every single time. Huffman is averaging, what you say, 60-some yards a game?
137.
137 to 61 passing average or pass rating. But everybody's doing their job. They're doing what they're supposed to do. Very proud of the effort. And offensively, we're finding those runs that we're picking up 5 or 6, or we get a pitch to the outside and we get those good seal blocks like we're used to seeing. They're doing it against a very good football team. So just an overall great first half for the Raiders.
12-0, your halftime score. Matt White looking forward to hearing the statistics.
Yeah, not a whole lot of offensive production really for either team because both defenses playing so well. Briar Begler leading the way, 11 carries, 59 yards, and 1 touchdown. Skylar Delk, 10 carries, 43 yards, and a touchdown. Delk was 1 for 3 in the air for 6 yards. Did have that interception. Richardson with the lone reception for the Raiders. 5 first downs in the half, 4 penalties for 25 yards, 2 turnovers, a 13-minute time of possession. 7.5 of that came on the last possession before the half. 110 yards on the ground, 6 through the air, 116 yards of total offense for the Raiders in the half. Defensively, pretty much everybody getting in on tackles here. Delk with 3, Harper with 2, Schaefer with 2, Jarvis with 2, Richardson with 2, Begler, Ori May, Clay Walker, Colton Paxton, Jacob Bunner, Jared Johnson, Jacob Bunner, Ori May, Clay Walker, Colton Paxton, Jacob Bunner, Ori May, Clay Walker, Colton Paxton, Jacob Bunner, Ori May, Clay Walker, Colton Paxton, Jacob Bunner, Colton Albright, Noah Jett, Lane Watson, everybody getting in on tackles. Dealt with a fumble recovery as well for the Raiders. For the Bulldogs, it was some pretty tough sledding because of Roane County's stout defense. And, you look to see what kind of adjustments that they're going to make coming out here in the second half. But it was Richards with 10 carries for 31 yards and McKinney with 4 carries for 22. Huffman was 0 for 7 in the air. 4 first downs in the half for the Bulldogs. 5 penalties, 31 yards. 1 turnover, 11-minute time of possession. 56 yards on the ground. That's all the offense that Roane County gave up in that half. Defensively, the Bulldogs have been pretty stout. McKinney with 5 tackles and Adam Burnside with 5 tackles. Brandon Heilman had that interception, and Gabriel Stewart with 1 tackle and a fumble recovery. So add that all up, and Roane County's got a 12-0 lead here at halftime.
An entire half of football to play as the Doddridge County Marching Band has finished their routine. The Raider Marching Band on the field. Once that is complete, we'll do the honor of Alumni Night. A lot of alumni, former football players for Roane County High School back here for this ball game. 12-0 your score. We'll take a break for our sponsors. When we return, we'll check scores around the state of interest in all 3 classes. You're watching and listening to Roane County High School Raider football on WVRC.
Did you know Hardman's is now stocking Trex decking? That's right. You don't have to worry with staining your deck anymore with Trex decking. We have 3 colors in stock to choose from, so you can buy it today and install it tomorrow. Ask about special financing options and enjoy your new deck all summer long. Looking to beat the heat and upgrade the inside of your home this summer? Call Rachel and Ripley or Tracy and Spencer about new carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl flooring. Many of these options are in stock and ready for you to take home today. Maybe you want to give your walls their best look? Come in and pick out your new favorite color or have us color match to the one you just can't live without. Our best look paint and primer in one is your only choice for superior quality at an affordable price. Hardman's, our family serving yours since 1907.
Although fall weather is beautiful here in West Virginia, falling leaves and brush piling up can turn your property ugly in a hurry. That's when you call on the pros at Hildreth Supply on Arnoldsburg Road. Hildreth Supply has a large inventory of Husqvarna chainsaws and Shindawa leaf blowers to tackle your toughest yard work. And Hildreth Supply is offering huge savings during Fleet Week from October 31st through November 5th with 15% off all Shindawa power units. Visit us on the web at hildrethsupply.com, check out our Facebook page at Hildreth Oilfield Supply, or stop by and see us at the store located on Route 33 in Spencer. Hildreth Supply, a hometown store with hometown ownership and proud supporter of all Roane County athletes.
Shall we take an inventory of what's happening or just move on? This is Lisa Simmons from Honest Fred's Flooring, and we decided early on that the more you look backwards, the harder it is to move forward. So as for Advice 101, Honest Fred style, put one foot in front of the other, and if it's not on Honest Fred's Flooring, why bother? Stop in and see us at 373 East Main Street in Spencer, or check us out on the web.
HonestFreds.com.
Looking for an affordable new Ford? Look no further than Jack Garrett Ford, where affordable Fords are a foregone conclusion. Check out the new EcoSport 4-wheel drive Titaniums, Explorer XLT 4-wheel drive, F-150 Lariat 4x4 with 3.5 EcoBoost, all at affordable prices while they last at Jack Garrett Ford. And of course, quality affordable late model used vehicles. Hurry, Jack Garrett Ford, Ripley Road, Spencer.
Hey, are you serious? I like a good laugh. I bet you do too. Which is why I say, if all those insurance companies want to spend $1 gazillion on funny TV ads, go right ahead, as long as it's not my money that's paying for it. Here's how you get seriously good auto, home, business, or life insurance. Go to Erie Insurance. With Erie, a great price is just the start. You get unbelievable service, independent agents you can really trust, and superior products like Erie Rate Lock. You hear that? Rate Lock. The name says it all. For car insurance, it can't be beat. But hey, don't just take it from me. See for yourself why more than 90% of Erie customers stay with them year after year after year. Seriously.
Your Erie Insurance agent in Spencer is the Kirby Insurance Agency. Get a quote at 927-2544. That's 927-2544. Or visit kirbyinsurance.com.
Vote Matt White for Roane County Clerk. I'm a lifelong resident of Roane County and a 2001 graduate of Roane County High School. I've spent the last 18 years working in service of the public at Roane General Hospital and the last 10 years helping to cover youth sports here on WVRC. I've had the privilege of watching my father for the last 24 years, and I understand firsthand the amount of time and dedication it takes to be a successful county clerk. It's about the people knowing that when they walk through the door, they will be treated fairly and with respect, no matter the situation. The county clerk should always be the face of the office and not just a name on the door. If elected, I promise to continue with the same standards of hard work and service to the people of Roane County and the surrounding communities that you've all come to know and expect. Thank you for your support in the upcoming election. Vote Matt White for Roane County Clerk.
Paid for by the candidate.
When the heat starts to rise, pick your perfect chill at your Spencer McDonald's. We are now offering our iced carbonated drinks. Try one of our 3 new flavors, Fanta Wild Cherry, Fanta Blue Raspberry, or Coca-Cola. Stop by today at your Spencer McDonald's. We are proud supporters of all Roane County athletes. McDonald's, I'm loving it, and so will you.
McIntosh Hardware Furniture and Appliances has been servicing Spencer and the surrounding area for over 50 years. McIntosh carries the finest selection of products to bring you the best value for your purchases. We are a full-line furniture, appliance, bedding, and hardware retailer. We proudly supply Amana, Frigidaire, Vaughan, Broan, La-Z-Boy, Whirlpool, Brown, and Maytag products. Shop local and support local businesses who support local athletes. We offer what the big stores won't: sales, service, delivery, installation, and removal. Call 304-927-2700. Visit us on the web at macintosh.goretailer.com. Check out our Facebook page at McIntosh Hardware Furniture and Appliances, or stop by and see us at 204 Market Street in downtown Spencer.
We welcome you back to County Stadium at the half. We've got a battle that we expected. 12-0 Roane County leading Doddridge. And while both teams are out on the field, they're announcing the alumni who have come back here tonight. Over 60 players from 1993 through last year are back on the sidelines. Very happy to welcome them back here to County Stadium, and they're getting a dandy, folks, as the Raiders and the Bulldogs going at it. While we have a chance, we're going to check some scores around the state of interest in all 3 classes.
We'll start with a few single A games here that I had pulled up. Our friends to the east having some trouble. Calhoun down 41-0 at the half to number 5 Wahama. Wahama really is just firing off this year. They've got a really good running back that is quick as lightning. A couple others there. St. Mary's, they're up 20-14 at the half on number 12 South Harrison. St. Mary's coming in with the number 16 rank in single A. Not a ton of scores. One we're kind of looking for, Buffalo and Ravenswood. No score reported in that one. Could have some potential for future bonus points for Roane County. Switch back over here to Double A. Number 1, Scott. They're up 21-6 over Polka. That was an early first quarter, probably updated here more recently. Independence, they are up 58-7 on Nicholas County at the half.
Yikes. That is a statement right now.
Yeah, one of the things, Clay County, their game was canceled because of a flu outbreak at Riverview. That one's going to be ruled a no contest. That's the smart decision for Clay County. If you pick up that victory and only get 6 points for it, it's going to lower your score. So you take the no contest, and at the end of the year, you take your chances, divided out by 9 games instead of 10. Some of those teams in that 14 range, a couple good games. Robert C. Bird up 19-6 on number 14 Point Pleasant at the half, and Bluefield up 12-7 on Oak Hill. That's AAA Oak Hill. 12-7 at the half is that one. Last I checked on the Braxton live feed, Lincoln County was up 30-0 on Braxton. Tough go of it for the Eagles. Lewis County, they're hanging in there with Philip Barber. Philip Barber's up 21-13 at the half. Always rooting for some of those teams that Roane County plays to pick up some big victories for us. So maybe we can get a few bonus points. Good game there in AAA. George Washington up 25-7 on Spring Valley. That's a number 9, number 4 matchup. Bridgeport 10-7 against number 13 Princeton. AAA game of the week. Not a close one. Martinsburg 35, Jefferson 7. It's a number 6, number 11 matchup. No potential here. Good game, though, for Ripley. They are hanging in there with Shady Spring, AA opponent, so Roane County would not get the bonus point if Ripley were to pull this one out, but they are trailing 13-6 at the half. And South Charleston up 13-7 on St. Albans. But of course, as usual, the most important score that we are concerned with is Roane County 12 and Doddridge County 0 here, as we are getting close to starting the second half action.
Roane County obviously will take the opening kickoff, and well, you hope Roane County can do something with it. Out there on the field, on the sidelines, up here in the booth, tensions are thicker than ticks on a hound dog, John Penna.
It's a little eased up, though, after Roane County's up 12-0. But you have a whole second half here to play, and you know Doddridge, they're going to come out here and give you everything they got.
Senior John DeVinny is the kicker. He's got a big leg. Back deep to receive. Brandon Richardson, Briar Begler standing at the 10. And I would not put anything past Coach Bobby Burnside. Be careful, folks.
Those guys up front.
He
Watch
is a
for an
gambler.
onside kick.
He is a gambler. I mean, maybe not in real life, but this will sail right to left across the dial. DeVinny approaches. Squib kick. Taken to the back it goes, and Richardson having trouble grabbing it, gets it at the 15. Up the middle he goes. Here comes Richardson over the 30. Here goes Richardson over midfield. Strips and stumbles and falls at midfield, or else he is off to the races. Oh my gosh. He's taken one back this year against Lewis County, and he had nothing but green turf had he not tripped and fallen.
Right here, McKinney gets a hand on him, and just a stumble at the
just enough to cause him to lose his footing. My goodness.
Let's just say once again, Brandon Richardson,
he's pretty fast.
He's kind of fast. Great return, though, for Richardson. Nevertheless, out just shy of midfield. The Raiders will start with half a field to work. Up 12-0 here in the second. Motion man back is Begler. Here's a handoff. That is Delk. He'll break free. Delk is gone. 20, 10, 5. Touchdown, Skylar Delk.
Wow, Drew, we talked about that at the half off the air. We needed to come out and make a statement. And on play number 1, what a play to make the first statement. That double wing motion, get the eyes going, and then Delk, get off me, because I'm going to the house.
The last two defenders that had a chance actually collided for the Bulldogs, and so it was nothing but open spaces for Delk from 51 yards. That is a way to make a statement, John Penna. You are not incorrect. 18 seconds into the second half, 18-0, Roane County. Double wing formation. Delk the lone back in the backfield. Here's the give to Begler on the wing sweep. And he'll make a nice cut and a great shake move on the outside backer, Riley Curran. And that gave Delk or Begler just enough to get to the edge.
Yeah, just fighting to get to that edge. Same formation, double wing. You fake the inside give to the fullback, boom, and it's going to be a lead. And Begler beats him to the outside edge. Roane County up 20-0 right off the second half kickoff.
Shoot, buddy, 2 plays. It was Brandon Richardson's kick return from the 15 out to the 49. And Matt White's, it was 1 play straight off tackle, and Delk showing the weight room work.
Yeah, he just shot out of there like a fart in a windstorm. 51 yards to the house, 18 seconds in to the second half. Delk with a 51-yard touchdown run. Begler with the 2-point conversion. Roane County extending it out 20-0 now against the Bulldogs.
So a tremendous start to the second half for the Raiders. Hopefully that will continue to give them momentum. Left to right, this will sail off of Cottrell's foot. Heilman back deep, flanked by a couple of up men. Cottrell leg in, high, end over end kick. That one taken at the 15 by Heilman, straight up the gut, bouncing it to the edge. I really have been impressed, John, with the kick coverage unit for the Raiders.
Yeah, everybody just getting downfield, staying in their lane. Shea Harper, first guy there on the spot to make the tackle. And Roane County just doing a good job in this kick. What an addition that we've talked about throughout is Coben Cottrell, Drew. Just a sophomore, so much more time to grow. Me and his mom, Renee, made up about him not playing when he was younger. That was earlier today.
15 yards on the return, 1st and 10 from the Doddridge 30. Balanced attack, they'll hand it off. Richards off tackle. Richards has a seam, and he'll pick up 5 yards. A black jersey came rolling in quickly at the end of that one.
Yeah, I'm not sure who that was, but I saw Matthew Schaefer getting up from the bottom of that pile. I believe he's that D end on that far side that makes the tackle.
Gain of 5 on the carry for Richards. Out to the 35. Lots of time remaining here in this ball game. Just a great start, though, for the second half for the Raiders. They lead 20-0, 11-10 and rolling. I formation. Huffman under center. Snap, give, up the middle. And McKinney fighting for yardage as the black jersey's trying to hold him up. McKinney runs so hard, 6 foot 195.
Yeah, Colton Paxson, first guy there to make the contact and hold McKinney up. You're right, Drew. He packs a load there, and he's tough to bring down.
A 3rd and short situation for Roane County's defense. Opportunity, though. 38-yard line of the Bulldogs. They need to reach the 40. Receiver to both sides, into both sides. Huffman with the backs in the eye. He'll hand it off. Richards bounces it outside. He's got enough to get right to the yard to reach. Good contact between he and Brandon Richardson, and just enough to get a yard extra and the first down.
Yep, just stick your foot in the ground, shoulders down. Be Rich, you know he's going to hit you in the mouth, but Seth Richards there that time. Richards versus Richardson.
This has been the battle we expected, just hard-hitting, hard-nosed football on both sides. 10-10 and rolling. 3rd quarter, 20-0 Roane County. Pair of receivers near side. One to the far side. Huffman, quick hitter, off tackle. McKinney falls forward for 3 or even 4 out to the 46. Just a mirror image of Roane County's quick hitters as well.
Yeah, it looks like Bunner in there on the tackle.
No huddle offense lined up immediately, and we knew there was going to be wrinkles. Raiders need to get their eyes quickly on the formation. 2nd and 6 from the 46 of the Bulldogs. Under center, Huffman once again. Second man, that's Richards. Richards into the secondary. Richards spun down in Raider territory at the 44. Big hitter for Seth Richards.
Yeah, he's giving it everything he has. He gets a little bit of a seam. We talked about his quickness, Drew. We didn't talk about his ability to break tackles, and he broke a few right there.
That will move the chains on the near 10-yard run. 1st and 10 at the Roane County 44. Staying no huddle. Huffman looking to the sideline. Everyone checks the wristbands. They'll stick 2 to the near side, 1 to the far side. I formation. Snap to Huffman. Hands off. Richards again. Richards, big yardage again. That is 8 for Richards, chunking up yardage in the last 2 carries.
Yeah, I believe Begler was in there on the stop, and this no huddle offense, the quarterback looking over at the sideline, coach calling the plays right there, and it seems to be working here so far for Doddridge.
Defensive backs cannot get lulled to sleep though on this. Boy, they were not set in the backfield. Doddridge was not set. McKinney was going down to get set when that play was called. And that was a gift for the Doddridge offense because that could have been a 5-yard procedure penalty.
Yeah, just a slip up there of the official, but they're going to move the chains.
Continuing to roll, 20-0 Roane County, 8:30 and counting, 3rd quarter, 1st and 10. New set of downs from the Raider 33. Huffman looking to throw. Here's one out to the outside, caught by his main target. Stewart spun out of bounds for a big gain again. And they will say he is out of bounds at the 25, but a big 7 or 8 yard gain on the pass and catch.
Yeah, that was the first completion of the ball game. And Delk there step for step with him again. I looked at this defense, Drew. You got Delk playing a corner. And Ori May is that different linebacker.
Going quickly, Doddridge from the 25 of the Raiders. Handoff Richards again. He's got the first down. Raiders collide to each other. That's Ori May and Brandon Richardson face to face, and that's a first down. The Raiders talking with each other, trying to figure out what's going on.
Yeah.
This has been a quick strike, slow drive, if you can call it that. No huddle offense. They're not working up tempo, but they're keeping Roane County guessing. Handoff, McKinney off tackle, and the Raiders got him locked up. That's Colton Paxton at the point of attack, helping him out, big Jacob Bunner. No gain on the play. Second down and 10 from the 20 of Roane County, 7:45 and rolling.
Nice job sniffing that one out. They tried to trap here right there with the tackle, and it did not work out. Paxton was there. Bunner was there. A nice play by the defensive front seven of Roane County.
Raiders leading 20-0. Doddridge sticking 2 by 1. 2 receivers near, 1 far side, I formation. Huffman hands it off. There's Richards again, and he has got big yardage into the secondary. One man to beat. He won't beat Delk, who slings him down at the 4-yard line, but the Raiders are helpless right now against this offense.
We haven't seen this very many times, Drew, throughout the year. We've never seen an offensive line that is as good as what Doddridge has here this evening, so we just need to hold on here and put up a big stop.
First and goal from the Raider 4. Huffman goes under center. Here's going to be McKinney off tackle, and he is into the end zone. Boy, was that impressive, John. That drive was no huddle, and the Raiders were pretty helpless to stop it.
Yeah, just couldn't quite figure out there what that offense was trying to do. They split 2 out to this side and then 1 out, so they kind of spread us out a little bit as they're going to go for the extra point kick.
Deviney, the senior, a very good kicker. Snap is a little high. Deviney still leg into it, and that hits off the right upright and goes foul. That was on the snap, not the kick. 20-6 Roane County, 6:53 mark of the third.
You've changed thousands of diapers, cut off hundreds of crusts, played hours of peekaboo and duck duck goose, because you'd do anything for your kids. That's why it's so important to protect them with life insurance from State Farm. State Farm agent Norman L. Daniels will help make it easy and affordable to help you protect your family, no matter what the future holds. Because for the people you do anything for, life insurance could mean everything. Call State Farm agent Norman L. Daniels in Spencer at 304-927-5680 today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
6:53 mark of the third quarter. The first score for the Doddridge Bulldogs came in impressive style, Matt.
Yeah, they bounced back big time on that drive. 12 plays, 70 yards, 4 minutes and 49 seconds off the clock. Bryce McKinney with a 4-yard touchdown run. The extra point kick was no good. Roane County up 20-6 over the Bulldogs.
We told you that Doddridge will adjust. They did. The Raider defense could not stop it. And right back to a 2-possession lead. It goes 20-6 Roane County. Deviney set to do the kicking from the 40. Richardson and Begler back deep. I imagine Deviney is not going to kick it to Richardson or attempt not to.
But guess what? If you kick it to Beggs, same thing could happen.
Deviney may try to drop one between the second and back line. Lots of space between the 30 and the 10. Raider front always needs to be watching, though. Momentum is a crazy thing in football. Deviney, leg in, that's a squibber. And the Raiders will let that roll to Begler at the 20. Breyer cutting to the far side. Hold on to the football, young man. Out to the 30 and out to the 33 before the white jerseys grab him. 13 on the return for Breyer.
I'll take that all day long. Pretty decent field position for the Raiders. I'd like to see a long sustained drive right here, Drew. Keep Doddridge's defense on there or on the field. Give ourselves an opportunity to score once again, because Doddridge's offense seemed to find out what was going to work here in the second half.
Left to right, the Raiders will attack in this third quarter from the 34 on the far hash. First and 10 with Roane County leading 20-6, 6:46 left in the third. Double wing formation for Roane County. Beggs in motion, quick hitter. Delk into a pile, and he'll get maybe one. Maybe.
Yeah, Burnside, the first guy there. He is a strong, physical defensive tackle. I think he had 24 tackles for loss coming into this game, and he's picked up a few here this evening.
1 yard on the carry, 2nd and 9 from the 35 of the Raiders. Double wing formation again. Quick hitter. Wing sweep. Begler looking for room to run. He doesn't have it initially. Gets away from Richards, though, and shoved out of bounds after a nice 6 or 7 yard gain. Actually, all the way out to the 42. So give him, 7 on the carry.
About almost 8 yards.
Yep, they'll mark that, Matt, between the 43 and 44 yard line. It'll be 3rd and short for the Raiders. They need the 44, so a half yard to go. I didn't think Richards was going to let go of Begler, but Breyer bounced it just far enough away. 6:08 and rolling. I formation. Snap back, quick hitter, Delk. He's got the first down. 2 hands on the football over the midfield stripe down to the 48. And the Raiders moving the chains yet again. 1st and 10 in Doddridge territory.
Yeah, when you're in that scrum there in the middle, you have to hold on to that thing 2 hands as he continues to rack up some yardage here this evening, Drew. He's just been a workhorse this entire season, along with Begler. You can see him crouched down there in the huddle just trying to catch that breath. He's been everywhere tonight.
That's 103 now for Delk.
Over the 100-yard mark, I formation. Quick hitter. And that is Delk again, and Delk squirts out at the 45 and all the way down to the 40-yard line. In fact, right at the sticks. And Delk, boy, he gets up slowly.
He's just worn out, Drew. He's been all over the place. We're going to see right here a little counter back, almost a trap when you're allowing that D tackle to come through. Clean packs and clean that up and opened up the seam for Delk.
Not quite a first down. 2nd and inches from inside the 40 at the 38 and a half. Stick eye formation, 2nd down and short. Greathouse hands it off. Paxton bouncing off of defenders, and he will pick up the first down, I believe.
Looks like it.
He needed about 3 inches, and I think he got 4.
We'll take the first down and sustain this drive, keep that clock rolling, keeping that offense of Doddridge off the football field.
Yeah, well, they showed the potential, did the Bulldog offense, of how they can move. So the Raiders, it is very important, as John said, to stay on the field. 1st and 10 inside the 39 at the 38. I formation. Pitch. This one's Begler's. Beggs looking for room to run. He's got nothing. He'll lose a yard, in fact. Good coverage laterally by the defense of the Bulldogs.
Yeah, Snyder here, the sophomore, reads that thing. Drew's playing the backer, finds that seam, cuts in, and takes out the legs of Beggs.
They're going to call him out at the 40, a loss of 2 yards. Thought that ball may have squirted down to the 39. 2nd down and 12. Raiders break the huddle with 12 on the play clock. 4:10 rolling on the 3rd quarter clock. 20-6 the lead. Double wing set. Greathouse sends a motion man. Here's the scissors misdirection carry, and Brandon Richardson fighting for what he can get, and he was locked up at the 40, and he drug a defender forward for positive yardage, but it's going to bring up 3rd down and 9 for the Raiders.
Yeah, I was waiting for that play, Drew. We've set that thing up, and against Braxton last week, he went untouched for the touchdown. Tonight, he ran into the back of one of our offensive line that kind of slowed him up, and then the defense of Doddridge was just able to close in, because if you give B. Rich a seam, we've all seen it this season, he can take it.
Raiders need the 28. It's at the 37. Tobin Cottrell splits to the wide side. B. Rich to the near side. Shotgun for Delk. He's going to keep it off tackle. He's not going to get the first down. In fact, he'll only get a couple. And it's going to bring up 4th down and long for the Raiders in the territory of the Bulldogs at the 36-yard line.
Kicking a field goal here, Drew?
The Raiders can, but I think they're going to go for it here. Doddridge will probably expect the pass, so let's see what the Raiders do. maybe a little Cleveland.
I don't think a 53-yard field goal attempt would be quite
Hey,
wise
listen,
at this point.
we showed what we could do last week, okay?
They're bringing Greathouse in. That is a sign that we may see a Cleveland. Heavy package. Greathouse under center. He's going to look to throw it. He's got pressure. Greathouse is going to be dropped. And that is going to be picked up by a Raider player, but it's not going to be near the first down mark, as the Raiders will turn it over on downs at the 36 of Doddridge.
That just developed a little too slow. I think that's just a one step back and let that thing go. Good coverage downfield by Doddridge.
They had 2 in coverage.
Yep.
And the Raiders give it up at the 36. So how do you stop the offense with new life? The Raider defense better get it figured out quickly.
Figured it.
2:29 left in the third, 20-6 Raiders. I formation, 2-by-1 again. Huffman going to look to throw right off the bat. The comeback route, that's caught. It's lit up in the air now. Here comes B-Rich. Richardson scoops it. Richardson down the sideline to the 10, knocked out of play. The Raiders have turned over the Bulldogs on a tremendous defensive play. Was that Skylar Delk?
We're going to see right here as Delk is the guy in coverage on 42. Hit. The ball just slings out as Delk slings him. Begler with a chance, but B. Rich gets the ball. Seth Richards with the touchdown-saving tackle there at Roane County. Now we can run some more clock off here and put another one in.
Well, this chess match back and forth continues to impress. That was a big defensive play right off of the Raiders sputtering out offensively. So they've got it first down and goal from the 10-yard line, 2:18 mark. Back to heavy, third man through. That's Shea Harper, and he meets a wall of white.
Man.
The Bulldog defensive line is stiffening up.
He just hit about a ton and a half worth of beef up front from the Doddridge defensive line. My gosh.
No gain, second and goal from the 10. Clock rolling, though, down near 150. 20-6, Raiders by 14. Battle of heavyweights in 2 separate classes. I formation. Greathouse sends Paxton in motion. Handoff, that's Delk. Delk fighting to the 5, to the 4, slung down at about the 3.5-yard line. Well, this kid is going to need a birthday cake and an ice bath. I don't know if it's his birthday.
You see Shea Harper going to check out. You got Beggs coming back in. Nice to see Shea get a couple carries in here behind that varsity O-line.
They'll call Delk down at the 4. Set a third down and goal from the 4. 2 plays to get it in. I formation with the wing in Paxton. He'll come in motion again. Snap, pitch, Begler, room to run. Begler fighting towards the goal line. Did he extend it? No, his knee is down at the 1. 4th and goal from the 1 for the Raiders.
Very close. Oh, goodness.
What an effort, though, by Begler trying to get that ball in.
Everything he had there. This is a big, big play in this ball game, Drew. The clock is ticking down into this third quarter. Roane County goes up nicely if they get themselves into the end zone.
Heavy package coming. They need a yard. Greathouse under center. The snap, that's Delk fighting towards the end zone. And at the last second, the official raises his hands. He had to battle towards the goal line and was able to push it into the end zone.
Yeah, right here, just the fullback. Leading is Paxton, turns his body and continues to push forward. A nice touchdown. That's big here in this game, Drew, because Doddridge was cooking there on that offensive possession in the third quarter.
Well, the O-line has been called upon numerous times this year, and they have answered the call on that 4th and goal from the 1. They got the movement that they needed up front. Going for 2, Raiders. Receiver to both sides. Delk will be in the shotgun. Snap back, rolling near side. Now looking back to the far side, and that's going to be knocked down by a defender. So the Raiders with just 6, but they answer the touchdown of the Bulldogs. 18 seconds left, 26-6, Roane County.
NV Graphics has proudly been serving Roane and surrounding counties since 2013. We are located on Williams Drive in downtown Spencer, West Virginia. We offer screen printing, embroidery, custom apparel, team uniforms, signs, banners, trophies, and awards. Does your school, team, or league need help with fundraiser ideas? Then give us a call, 304-927-6466. That's our specialty. NV Graphics, open 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. Closed for lunch daily from noon to 1. Supporting local small businesses help directly support your kids in the community. Give NV Graphics an opportunity to earn your business. Thank you.
Well, the Raiders in the first half, first play of the game, turning over Doddridge, unable to answer with a touchdown. This time, Matt, they were able to put it in. It took time and it took effort, but they did it.
Yeah, that was a big play on the fumble return from Richardson to set up the great field position. 4 plays, 10 yards, 2 minutes off the clock. Delk with the 1-yard touchdown plunge. 2-point conversion was unsuccessful. Roane County extends the lead 26 to 6.
Took all 4 from the goal line. Cottrell to do the kicking. 18 seconds left in the third. Heilman back deep, flanked by a pair of up men. Cottrell leg in. This one high, angled at the 15. Heilman straight up the middle. Heilman looking for room, and that's just not there again. The Raiders kick coverage team has been so good. A flag, though, comes in at the end of the play. And the Raiders had 4 penalties, John, in the first half. All 4 came on the first drive.
Yeah.
They've been clean since then. The question is, was there a little excessive stuff going on there, or was there something on the Bulldogs?
On the return, personal foul, face mask number 72.
Raiders get burned for a 15-yard face mask penalty, and that will give the Bulldogs plenty of breathing room. They'll have it 1st and 10 at the 47, right to left for the final 18 or 12 seconds, sorry. 26 to 6, Roane County. We need the defense to go back to work. Receiver to the far side, 1 to the near side, a wing to the near side. Shotgun for Huffman. Here's the snap. Huffman fakes it. He'll keep it himself, looking to the edge. He's got pursuit, and he will get out of bounds with no gain. Right there was Matthew Schaefer to force him laterally, John.
Yeah, that DN spot did what he was taught to do but a long time ago, Drew. He just contains that, pushes that thing to the outside, and gets some help from the corner on the far side, Lane Watson.
Out of bounds. It will stop the clock at 6.2. No gain, 2nd and 10 from the 47. Receiver split to the far side. Wing to the near side. Huffman. Here's the end around, and that one into a pile. Positive yardage for, I believe, was that Snyder?
Yeah, Snyder, number 24, as he comes in on the counter play, Drew, but Begler meets him.
Final play of the third quarter, 26-6 Roane County, a 3rd and 6 when we return.
Sports builds character that follows us all through life. It can lift us up in grand emotions when we reach the pinnacle of success. We all can envision the agony of defeat. Both equally build character. Old Fences Realty believes in character. Working hard to achieve that pinnacle of success takes sacrifice, training, and long hours. When putting your property on the market, please remember the company that possesses that character. List with Old Fences Realty.
And go team!
We welcome you back to County Stadium. Fourth quarter getting set to begin. The Raiders leading the Bulldogs 26-6. A 3rd down and 7 for the Bulldogs. The ball spotted directly on the midfield stripe. They need to make it to the 43 of the Raiders. And Roane County has another defensive opportunity. They gave up the 4-minute and 50-second drive and didn't give much pushback. Then they caused the turnover on the fumble and scored off of it. Let's see if they've got another big play under their belt. They'll go back to 2-by-1, 2 near side receivers, 1 far side. I formation. Huffman under center, and they jump. Ooh, that is not going to help the cause of the Bulldogs. as they will be whistled for the false start. That will help the defensive cause.
Yeah, you know, now they're going to look to go to the air, and Roane County has done a great job here this evening of just shutting that down.
11 minutes, 37 seconds remaining in this game. A 3rd down and 12 from the 45 of the Bulldogs. Bulldogs travel left to right in this final quarter. They'll go ace formation, balanced receivers, 2 on either side. Shotgun for Huffman. Richards to his right. Motion to the near side. Snap is back. That's the give. Richards is going to bump it outside. Looking for room to run, and look at the closing speed of the missile, Brandon Richardson.
Drew, he comes from the far hash. You watch this thing. Far hash safety. And you're going to see the streak come straight across the field. Seth Richards does a great job of getting it outside, but B. Rich says, you ain't going to get to the sticks here, buddy.
1 yard on the carry. It'll be 4th and 11. Do the Bulldogs gamble and go for it here? Looks like they will. 4th and 11. The Raider defense has an opportunity here. Trip receivers near side, 1 to the far side. Single back in the backfield, Huffman under center. Snap, 5-step drop, looking, launching down the sideline. Great coverage by Shea Harper. Does he pick it? Harper with another interception. I almost would have preferred that he dropped it on purpose, because Roane County would have had it at the 40 of Doddridge, but I don't care. A big turnover for Shea Harper.
Yeah, step for step there, Drew. This guy's learning to play everywhere this year. He's played some safety. He's played linebacker. He's playing corner. Just step for step, does a great job. High points the football, boxes him out like the basketball player that he is. Another turnover, and Roane County here with a chance to put a good drive together and put this thing away.
It will begin at their own 25 with 11 minutes and 3 seconds remaining. The Raiders leading 26-6. They'll spread it out. 2 receivers near side, 2 to the far side. Delk in the shotgun with Harper to his left. A new look. Now Harper moves over to the right side of the quarterback. Snap back. Give. Shea Harper looking for room to run. There's none there, but he will still find a way to get a yard.
Man, he's giving it all he has there. He hits 3 guys right there in the middle. McKinney there, as well as some defensive tackles up front. But, man, Roane County has a chance here. Eat this clock up. 20-point lead, and come out here with
that is you're trying to reward the guy that just made a huge play on your defense, and at the same time, you can maybe give Delk a little bit of a break.
Right.
Sticking ace, 2 receivers to either side. Delk from the shotgun. Surveys, calls it out. Snap back. Roane County wants to throw. Delk's going to go deep down the field. He's got Begler. Oh, my goodness. Beggs drops the football. He had beat the 2 defenders. He was wide open, got spun around, though, John, and he could not hold on. That's a touchdown. Oh my goodness.
Those shades of independence last year for me, buddy. But listen, ball there, right? Beautiful pass there. Begler just got it on his fingertips, couldn't pull that thing in, and got spun around. That's tough to do, but my goodness, that was there.
That will stop the clock as well, which is the opposite of what we want. 10-14 on a 3rd down and 9 from Roane County's 27. Snap, give. Brandon Richardson to the outside. He's got to get a lead blocker. He's got it. He's got the 1st down and more down the sideline to the 45, and he'll be pushed out just shy of the 45. Oh, man, that kid is fast.
Yeah, you know, we've seen him do so many things this season, but tonight it seems like it's his coming out party, right? And what a better game for him to come out and show everybody around the state what he's capable of doing. A weapon. Guys, he's a junior, right? He'll be back again in this offense next year with a full season under his belt.
Again, though, none of that happens without the seal blocking of our linemen and the outside blocking of our lead blockers and our receiver. 1st and 10 at the 44 for the Raiders. Quick hitter off tackle, and there is Delk upended at the 47-yard line, maybe out to the 48. Hard gain of 4 yards on the carry. Actually, they may give him the 49. Just shy of it. That's a 5-yard carry.
Trenton Huffman there that time drops down and takes the legs out from Delk, but man, the clock is on our side right now, Drew, with this drive.
After you get out of your own end zone area, now the Raiders can grind it down here if they can get it. Double wing formation. Richardson in motion behind. They'll give it to B-Rich. Looking for the outside, hold on to the football first, and then stay in bounds second.
Yeah. A couple things to do there to a guy that's not used to being in on the offense.
He'll lose yardage. The Raiders will have it 3rd down and 9. We'll call it 3rd and 8 from their own 46. 9 minutes and rolling, 26-6 Raiders lead. And they're taking their sweet time getting this play in. Jacob Greathouse enters the huddle with 9 on the play clock. They're going to have to hustle. They'll get to the line with 3, with 2, with 1. Here's a quick hitter, Begler to the outside. Flags come flying in.
Yeah, I don't think we were set. We were trying to get that thing off a little too quick.
They are going to be whistled for a false start. So that's going to back the Raiders up 5 yards. It will bring up 3rd down and about 13 to go. The yard to reach is Doddridge. The Doddridge 46, just past the 46. So, you want to run time, John, but you can't run too much. You got to get those plays ready. 26-6, 8:43 on a stopped 4th quarter clock. Actually, they will roll the clock now, so Roane County has a little bit of time with which to work. Again, you want to get a play off and you want to get positive yardage. Nothing crazy. Receiver to both sides. Motion. Begler gets set at the slot. Now the motion, Lane Watson out of the backfield. Delk dumps it over the middle, in and out of the hands of Paxton. That was a big play by McKinney. Over the middle, the linebacker put his arm up at the last second as Delk tried to lob it over his head. That could have been a 1st down catch.
Oh, man, you don't see very many linebackers that you can kind of compare to Colton Paxton with the knowledge there. McKinney, though, he's been impressive tonight on the as a tackler, but a great read that time, just a mitt up.
So the incomplete pass stops the clock, and Roane County has a punt situation. From the 26 is Cottrell. Leg into it. Cottrell rips one down the field at the 25, called for a fair catch. Talk about flipping the field. He did it on his first punt. He does it even better down to the 25 on this one. So 8:13 left in the game. The Raiders lead 26-6, and the Bulldogs go on offense from their 25.
The thing that has been working for Doddridge here this evening is just getting that outside edge, getting to that outside. That's what they've been able to do. There in the 3rd quarter, they were able to hit those chunks up the middle with Seth Richards. The passing game has not been effective at all for Doddridge.
They're going to be forced into a bit of that here down the stretch. Left to right they go from the near hash. Receiver to both sides. Tight ends to both sides. Under center goes Huffman. Backs in the eye. Handoff. That's Richards. Jitterbugging into a pile of defenders, and Bulldog to the ground. Picks up 3 on the carry.
Yeah, Jarvis in there as well as Beggs to make the stop.
Bulldogs going to go back to that hurry-up offense. Well, sort of. They're going to move quickly, a little more speed with which this one goes. 2nd and 7 from the 28. Huffman dumps it to the outside. Got his man. Raiders need some coverage. They don't get a hold of the receiver, and that's going to be a big gain for the Bulldogs. That catch made by Landon Thomas.
Yeah, B-Rich there makes the tackle. Shea Harper was there on coverage, just able to get out of Shea's grip and get down the field and pick up the 1st down.
Even more important, they get out of bounds. 1st and 10 from the Doddridge 44. 7:37 on a stopped 4th quarter clock. Actually, they're going to roll the clock. He got tackled inbounds then. Huffman in the shotgun again. Snap. He'll fake the give. He wants to throw. He's got room outside. Dumps it off, and that one is complete. A flag comes in as the pass was being thrown, and they're going to call that a catch. Woo. That was an impressive catch by Stewart. He is the main target of Trenton Huffman. Question is, what is the penalty?
You had Bunner back there. We'll see what the officials say.
If you're Roane County, you'd hate to add insult to injury. You're hoping this is. This white hat is struggling right now, but what we hear is a holding. So the Raiders get a little help from their friends. That will back the Bulldogs up significantly to the 33. Near hash, it'll be first down from that point. First down and a near 20. The clock will roll, 7:20 remaining.
That really was a beautiful catch, though, by Stewart.
Yes.
I saw it on the replay here on Kata's phone. He picked it right off of the turf.
First down and 21 for the Bulldogs, 26-6 Raiders. Huffman going to look to throw. He'll roll far side, sets his feet, dumps it out. Too far away, though, from Stewart. And once again, Skylar Delk right step for step with the target.
Yeah, Delk making a case for Willard C. Starcher player of the game on both sides of the football tonight. He's had himself a great game here defensively, and you know what he's done offensively.
Clock stops at 6:59. Second down and 21 from the Bulldog 33.5-yard line. Keep everything in front if you're Roane County in this situation. Single receiver to the far, one to the near side. Double tight ends. Actually, no, a wing to the near side. Huffman fakes the give to Richards, dumps it over the middle, and Begler right there going after that one. He saw that wing pass. I think he's seen that before.
Yeah, he's lined up in there before and ran that route.
Clock again stopping at 6:55. Third down and 21. The defense has been called upon throughout this evening, and they have made big plays throughout. Perhaps none bigger than this third and 21. Two receivers to the wide side, two to the near side. Huffman in the shotgun with Richards to his right. Snap is back. Huffman going to look to throw. Pressure from May. The ball dumped out deep, and that's going to be Roane County with a penalty. Did he catch it anyway? No way. Wow. Gabriel Stewart caught it anyway.
Let's check this replay, Drew.
Delk felt that he had lost his man, put his hands up. The ball was a little bit shallow, and that was an easy call for the official to make as Delk just runs right in to Stewart, who makes the grab.
He made the catch.
Whew.
Man, you couldn't get any better coverage there that time. Delk, ball just kind of it was underthrown because of the pressure. So that's what happened, and Stewart came back and got the ball.
Ori May providing the near side pressure at the end position, but what a catch. That's Metro News highlight worthy. 6:48 and rolling in the fourth quarter. First and 10 at the Roane County 38 for Doddridge. This game far from over, 26-6 Raiders. Twins to both sides once again. Huffman wipes his hands off. He'll hand it off this time, and Richards gets folded up like a lawn chair.
Matthew Schaefer steps up and comes downhill. You got Noah Jett in there as well as Ori May. You're going to see this left side of the defensive front just come down, and Schaefer meets him first.
Loss of a yard, second and 11 from the 40. Quickly go the Bulldogs. Snap back. Huffman wants to throw. He's got pressure again. He's hit, dumps it to the sideline, and even with Stewart, he was able to make the catch, but could not keep it in bounds. Once again, pressure from May as Ori actually got to Richards that time.
Yeah, Ori May comes off the edge and has a little bit of help from Christian Jarvis. Jarvis, another guy having a big ball game here tonight.
6:03 remaining in the ball game. Third down and 11. Ball resting just inside the 40 of Roane County at the 39.5. 26-6, Roane County leading. Stewart splits by himself to the far side. Three receivers bunched here on the shallow side. Snap to Huffman. It's over his head. He's running for his life. May gets pressure, drops him, and that one thrown away. That is Ori May just off the edge. He is unabated to the quarterback right now. They're taking their chances, I think.
Yeah, they are. We have a 5-man front there, and we're just bringing Ori off the edge. And the ball just over the head. And a nice job, once again, defense for Roane County. Really just been so solid here this evening, except for that one drive in the third quarter.
Huffman has had to pick himself off of the turf the last 2 plays, care of Ori May. 4th down and 11 from the 39, and the Bulldogs, with 5:56 left in the game, will burn a timeout. Take it with them. 5:56 left and a big 4th down after this.
The Spencer Pizza Hut is proud to be the exclusive sponsor of the Fan of the Week each Friday of the Raider football season. Stop in and see us at 509 Ripley Road, fill out an entry form, and drop it in the box at the front counter for your chance to win a free large 1-topping pizza. Stop by the Spencer Pizza Hut for all of your favorites. Original pan, original stuffed crust, hand-tossed or thin and crispy pizzas, breadsticks, cheese sticks, wings, oven-baked pasta, desserts, and more. Open 7 days a week, dine in or carry out. Call us at 304-927-4619 or order online at pizzahut.com. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
5 minutes and 56 seconds remaining. A 4th down and 11 for the Bulldogs at Roane County's 39.5. The Raiders leading 26-6, John.
Yeah, this was one of those games that after watching film, you knew it was going to be a very tough game. The impressive thing for me is how good the defense has been for Roane County. 3 turnovers for the Raiders defense, an interception, a couple fumble recoveries. So that's really helped us out. And we've really just been shutting the passing game down until just recently. But that's what Doddridge is going to have to do. They're going to throw the ball around to get themselves back into the game.
They called a timeout to bring the playbook out to bear. The Raiders defense, can they muster up one final play defensively? Assistant coach Rick Cottrell asking for the fans to get a little excited. Spread formation, motion to the near side. Here's the snap, 5-step drop, out to the outside. The ball, Richards catches it somehow, some way, as Colton Paxton just kneels and shakes his head. What a catch, what a pass.
I mean, he was right there, right there.
That will be brand new life and brand new set of downs on the completion. 1st and 10 at Roane County's 25.5.
Paxton step for step, just
5:40 left. Huffman out of the shotgun with 4 receivers out. Here's the snap. Huffman's going to keep it himself. He'll get into the pile. He'll pick up positive yardage. In fact, give him 6 before he is hit hard on the play. Huffman has taken some damage in this 4th quarter.
Yeah, he's a tough cookie though, Drew. He's a very good wrestler in the state.
2nd down and 5 at the 20. Huffman quickly to the shotgun. Here's the snap. 5-step drop. He's going to dump it over on the edge. Harper right there. That one tipped by Harper. B. Rich almost comes over to pick it, but Shea Harper like glue on his receiver.
Yeah, Shea Harper right there on the spot. Does a great job once again. Not fooled by anything. As they work that under crossing route, Shea keeps the outside, goes up high, points the ball. B. Rich with a chance to get on that thing. So bring up a 3rd and 4.
Ball spotted at Roane County's 20, left to right on the far hash go the Bulldogs. Raider defense trying to hold the Bulldogs off the scoreboard again. Twin receivers both sides again. Huffman. 3, 2, 1, and they're going to have to burn another timeout. Is that number 2, Matt, for the Bulldogs?
I believe so, yes.
So the Bulldogs, obviously this is an important down. They're all important for both sides. And so Bobby Burnside, boy, they made a gutsy call on that little dump pass to the outside. Paxton did a great job diagnosing it as he does. He was just a half step away.
Yeah, he was there. He read that play, did the assignment, he was set out to do, but Richards just a little quick off that edge, Drew, and he was able to extend. The ball was placed perfect, and they were able to pick up that 1st down. But the defense, once again, here with an opportunity to stop this. But the clock is definitely in our favor right now.
5:02 showing, 3rd down and 4. Let's see if the Raider faithful can get fired up for this team. Coach Rick Cottrell turning and saying, hey, let's get loud, folks. We need some help down here in our own end zone. One way to get warm in cold weather is to scream, I hear.
Jump around.
3rd and 4 from the 20. Bulldogs send 3 receivers to the near side, the wide side of the field, a single to the far side. Shotgun for Huffman. Richards to his left. The snap is back. Here's the quarterback keeper to the outside, looking for the edge and diving at the yard to reach is Huffman. He'll be knocked out of bounds. The question is, did he pick up enough? The clock will stop at 4:57.
They're going to call it 4th.
And he will not have the first down, so the Raider defense, 4th and 1. Ball resting just inside the 12. They've got to get to the 11. They'll break the huddle. Spread it out. Under center goes Huffman. Watch for the QB sneak. Snap. That is the QB sneak, and Huffman will get the first down. So they will continue on the play. And Doddridge going to hurry it up now. They'll take a second to set the chains, and they'll roll the clock. 4:50 and counting. 1st and 10 from the 14 of the Raiders. 26-6, Roane County leading. Receivers to both sides. Shotgun once again for Huffman. Snap back. Huffman going to keep it himself. And he is lit up after a 2-yard gain. Who came in from the edge?
It's Colton Paxton.
The clock will continue to roll. 4:25. Bulldogs quickly to the line. 2nd down and 7 from the 11 of the Raiders. Huffman checks with the sideline, makes the call. Snap back, looking near side, dumps it to the edge, got his target, and locked up on the edge after a gain of about 4. I believe is that Thomas again, number 6?
Yeah, it's number 6, Thomas, the freshman. Shea Harper there on coverage. Does a nice job of making the tackle, wrapped him up low, and took him down.
3rd and 3 from the Roane County 7. 3:45 and counting, 26-6 Raiders. Receivers to both sides, 2 of them. The snap, the handoff, Richards to the outside. Stringing him out is the Raiders, and they will get him before the first down. Did he stay in bounds, or did he get to the outside and out of bounds?
I think
the clock is stopped, so it'll be 4th down and 3 or 2. Matt, help me out. I can't see.
It's about 2.
4th and 2 at the 6 of Roane County, 26-6. The Raider defense trying to bend but not break again. 3 receivers far side, 1 to the near side. Thomas and not Thomas, Huffman. Huffman needs a break. Huffman didn't like what he saw, so that's the final timeout of the game for the Bulldogs. So, John, you look at scenarios here. If you're Roane County and you hold, you can run plenty of time if you want. If you don't hold, you got to get possession of that impending onside kick, and you'll have good field position and no timeouts for Doddridge.
Yeah, there are a few different things that could happen, here with 3:27 left to go. But Roane County's defense has shown up, all night tonight. So we're going to look for us to get a stop here and give our offense a chance to run some clock and put this thing away. But Doddridge is not going to give up, Drew. They're going to keep coming at us offensively here. They're going to give us their best look right now, and hopefully we can shut this thing down and get the ball.
Yeah, they're going to have the best play in their playbook ready for this situation. 4th and 2. They need the 4. They're on the far hash. 26-6 Roane County with 3:27 left. Receiver near side is Stewart. 3 bunch to the short side. Shotgun for Huffman. The snap back, Huffman, 3-step drop over the middle and in and out of the hands of Stewart. He threw it a little low, John, And even Stewart, with the catches he has made tonight, could not pull it off the turf.
Yeah, Roane County's going to bring the heat on this play, Drew. You see B. Rich at the safety. They're going to make the call. B. Rich is going to try to time this thing up, but it was good blocking up front and just a low pass that time. And Roane County has the ball on offense.
No timeouts for Doddridge. You can't run out the clock unless you get some first downs here for the Raiders. Nonetheless, if you hold on to the football, you can take a large chunk out of this fourth quarter clock with 3:23 left. Roane County with possession at their own 6. I formation, Jacob Greathouse under center. Paxton motions to the near side. Quick hitter, Delk. And Delk will get what he can, give him 2 or 3. Just out shy of the 10-yard line. Most important thing, John Penna, the clock rolls.
Yep, continue to roll the clock. Take it down as far as you possibly can. You're going to have Jacob Greathouse looking down here at the 25-second clocks. Roll that thing down.
The clock rolls under 3 minutes officially. 26-6, Roane County in the battle of unbeaten 7-0 Raiders, 7-0 Bulldogs. Greathouse under center, Paxton in motion once again. They're going to pitch it to Begler. Breyer looking for room, cuts it out to the 11-yard line. And I like that play developing takes quite a bit of time anyway.
Slow developing play, but few yards pick up.
The clock continuing to roll. 2:15 remaining in this one. Skylar Delk is down on both knees. He is exhausted. He has had a heck of a game tonight.
It's been a long time since these guys have played a full game, Drew.
Absolutely. Raiders will break the huddle with 9 on the play clock. They're going to bunch it in here with 3rd down and 5. They need the 17. The snap, the give, Breyer. Breyer breaks free out to the 20, to the 24, and that's going to do it, John.
Yep.
He almost broke it open for a big touchdown. Nevertheless, we're at 150, and the Raiders, if they hold on to the football.
Right here, we got a replay, Drew. Riley Curran, just a touchdown saving tackle right there. Just tripped him up. If not, he's to the house.
The Raiders with Greathouse entering the huddle. 1:30 remaining on 1st and 10 from the 24, 26-6. Greathouse goes under center. He will turn. He'll hand it off. Breyer up the middle. Hold on to the football, young man. He will. He'll get into the pile. He'll pick up 4 or 5, and the clock is inching closer and closer to 0.
Yeah, that was a big play there. Beggs continue to move that pile. You got to hold on to the football, and we're going to let that clock roll down through. We got an official stop the clock.
They have stopped the clock for a second. I think a player, Huffman, has a chin strap issue, so they'll have to exit him from the game for a play. And they'll start the clock once again. 1:11 on the clock, 40 seconds on the play clock. So at this point, John, you need only kneel on it if you'd like.
Yep, we'll see what the it looks like it's going to be the victory formation when they come out here, Drew. And it's the best formation that you could possibly have in a football game, Drew. This is a big, monumental win for Roane County here tonight.
Raiders will stay in the huddle until 15 seconds left. This will be the last play that they have to snap. Freshman Jacob Greathouse. Now you hear the fans going at it. Greathouse steps back, he kneels on it, and the biggest game in Roane County football history will go the way of the Raiders. Your final score, Roane County 26, Doddridge County 6. The Raiders remain undefeated, 8-0. The Bulldogs drop to 7-1, and a big, big victory for the Raiders here tonight. We'll take a break for our sponsors. When we return, we'll recap the ball game, have your statistics, and your Willard C. Starcher Auto Parts players of the game after this.
Your bank shouldn't make you feel like you're on an assembly line. It's about you, your family, your future. That's why you're gonna feel good about Polka Valley Bank, because people have been feeling good about us for over 100 years. Bottom line, we have all the services of a big bank, but we're local. At Polka Valley Bank, our decision making is local. Our people get to know you and call you by name. It's a relationship with a bank that you can feel good about. See us online at polkavalleybank.com. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Good health. It means having the energy and strength each day to do the things you need to do for yourself and your loved ones. But what happens when you need help? The primary care team at Roane General Medical Clinic says, "We've got you." They're here to provide recommended screenings, see you when you're sick, manage chronic health issues, and refer you to specialists when you need them. Roane General Medical Clinic. Our providers are now accepting patients and offer care you can trust, close to home.
This is Joe McDonald,
And this is Sadie McDonald.
and we're here today to tell you why you should vote for my wife.
And my mommy, Sina McDonald, from Roane County Clerk.
Sina has 12 years of management experience co-owning our company A&M Digital Technologies. She also has 11 years of experience providing IT services to the Roane County Courthouse. Sina has served on the board of directors for the Roane County Chamber of Commerce for 3 years, where she is currently serving as treasurer and on the member care committee. She also serves on 2 advisory committees for the Roane-Jackson Technical Center. Sina also has an associate's degree in business technology as well as a bachelor's degree in business administration. Her qualifications and experience make her the ideal candidate for Roane County Clerk. On November 8th, please vote for Sina McDonald for Roane County Clerk.
Please vote for my mommy because every vote matters.
Paid for by the candidate. Visit Slate Auto and Transmission, located at 302 Slate Road, Spencer, for all of your car care needs. We offer a wide range of services, including transmission work, new tires and alignments with brands like Mastercraft, Cooper, and Goodyear, regular and modified state inspections, major and minor vehicle repairs. We also have ASE certified mechanics. We appreciate every one of our customers. Call us today at 304-927-2250 to schedule your next appointment. We are open Monday through Friday. Slate Auto and Transmission, quality repairs by people who care.
Stats Pharmacy is a proud supporter of Raider Athletics, school, and local events. We have served the community since 1940, and our customers' satisfaction is our #1 priority. We offer free local delivery and mail-out services. Stop in and see our great selection of giftware, including evergreen flags, Swan Creek candles, a new line of purses, and much more. Stats Pharmacy is located at 100 East Main Street in Spencer. Please call us at 304-927-2980.
We welcome you back to County Stadium. Largest game in the history of Roane County High School football, and the Raiders did not disappoint. Roane County wins it 26-6 over the Doddridge County Bulldogs. The Raiders remain undefeated at 8-0 as the Bulldogs drop their first game of the season. They are now 7-1. The Raiders came to play tonight, folks. It was defense, number 1, 2, and 3, and then the offense did what they needed to do on a few series because the defense set them up in tremendous field position throughout the game. The Raiders had a couple of deep drives they needed. They answered the bell when they needed to answer it. Roane County had a nice lead, 12-0 at the half. It was the opening kick taken by Doddridge. The first play, a fumble caused by Raiders defense. Roane County couldn't score on that series. They turn right around and get a 4-and-out. And a turnover on downs gives Roane County possession. The Raiders strike. They go up 6-0. It takes quite a while till the Raiders get another opportunity, but they put it in on a tremendous drive to end the first half. 15 plays, nearly 7 minutes taken off the clock, and the Raiders punch it in with 28 seconds left, and they take a 12-0 lead at the half. The Raiders, for the first time this year, have the possession to start the second half. And we talked at halftime about big plays needed to be made or a big long drive needed to be made. It didn't take much. It was Brandon Richardson picking the opening kick up off of the turf at the 15, nearly took it to the house. He stumbled at the 47, or else he would have taken it to the house. Nevertheless, one play is all it took for Skylar Delk to take the handoff, go off tackle, 51 yards. The Raiders in 18 seconds took a 20-0 lead. Now then we saw what Doddridge could do on the next drive. The Bulldogs line up in no huddle, march it straight down the field, 350, and they put it into the end zone. The two-point conversion, the extra point, no good. And from there, it was just survive for the Raider defense. They got pushed a little bit in the fourth quarter. They were able to manage even down to their own 6-yard line. The Raiders were able to hold the Bulldogs out, and Roane County able to run out the clock for a massive victory, John.
Yeah, this is a big one for Roane County here tonight. And to show the state what we're capable of doing playing against a very good football team, just going to kind of turn some heads here tonight and really get us set up for a good playoff run. This is a special group of kids, Drew. They've been together for a long time, played a lot of football together, have worked. They love each other. They bond very well. And you just got to – you can't say enough about the group of young men that we have that wear those maroon helmets.
26-6 your final score. As I'm watching Matt White still working over there. Are you good? Are you good, Matt?
Yeah, I'm good. I was just saving my file there so I don't lose it. No worries. But what a fantastic ball game for Roane County. Skylar Delk finished the game with 19 carries, 128 yards on the ground, 3 touchdowns. Briar Begler, 17 carries, 92 yards, and a score. Brandon Richardson, 4 carries for 21. Skylar Delk was 1 for 5 in the air. That completion going to Brandon Richardson for 6 yards. Delk did also have an interception. 9 first downs in the ball game for Roane County, 6 penalties for 45 yards, 2 turnovers, both of those in the first half. Really played great there down the stretch, did the Raiders. 26-minute time of possession, 244 yards on the ground, 6 through the air. That's 250 yards of total offense for Roane County. Defensively, they were led by pretty much everyone. Brandon Richardson had 7 tackles. Paxton had 7. Begler had 5. Delk had 6. Harper had 4. Schaefer had 4. Bunner and Jarvis both with 3 apiece. Shea Harper also had that interception and a couple of fumble recoveries, 1 for Richardson and 1 for Skylar Delk. Just a great team defensive battle here for the Raiders. The Bulldogs, they were led by Seth Richards. He had 20 carries for 84 yards. Bryce McKinney, 9 carries for 37 and a touchdown. And then Trent Huffman with 6 carries for 13. Huffman was 6 of 20 in the game for 71 yards and an interception. 3 catches for Gabriel Stewart for 38 yards. Landon Thomas, 2 receptions for 19 yards, and then Richards with 1 for 14. Did not get the first downs for them, but they did have 4 first downs alone on that one drive and 5 on another. So a ton of yardage chunked up by the Bulldogs in that second half. They got 13 first downs in the ball game. They did have 7 penalties that resulted in 52 yards, 3 turnovers in the ball game, a 22-minute time of possession, 141 yards on the ground for Doddridge and 71 through the air. That's 212 yards of total offense for the Bulldogs. They were defensively led by Bryce McKinney. He had 9 tackles, and Adam Burnside with 7. Heilman had the 1 interception, and then Gabriel Stewart with 3 tackles and 1 fumble recovery. So add it all up, and Roane County continues to make history with a 26-6 victory over the extremely potent Doddridge Bulldogs.
Raiders improved to 8-0. 7-1 are the Bulldogs. We call it the biggest game in history because of the moment, not the opponent. There's never an absence of smart Alex out there. One more timeout for Willard C. Starcher. When we come back, we'll wrap things up with a couple of Player of the Game awards, and we'll talk about our next sports broadcast here on WVRC. You're watching and listening to Roane County High School Raider football on WVRC.
I was working in Willard's store late one night when my eyes beheld an eerie sight, and the computer prices began to rise. But suddenly, to my surprise,
We held the price.
we held the same low price.
We held the price.
Oh, it was all so nice.
To hold the price.
We kept the same low price.
We held the price.
And now I've said it twice.
Visit Willard Starchers, where we always offer the lowest prices and the widest selection of in-stock auto parts that won't make your wallet scream. Don't get spooked by out-of-town prices. Shop local. Stop by Willard Starchers behind the Spencer Middle School, where shopping is fun, the staff is tops, and the price is fair. Shop Willard Starchers. Dial 927-2520.
We welcome you back to County Stadium, wrapping things up here tonight. Roane County victorious over the Doddridge County Bulldogs, 26-6. The Raiders remain undefeated at 8-0. Time now for John Penna to distribute our Willard C. Starcher Auto Parts Player of the Game awards.
Yeah, tonight, offensively, it's going to go to Delk. Man, he was a workhorse tonight. He had 19 carries tonight, 128 yards, and 3 touchdowns, and he broke a big one for a big touchdown there in the first half. And then defensively, I'm going to split that up between Colton Paxton and Brandon Richardson. Just an absolute ball game by B. Rich showing out on the defensive side, and Colton Paxton just being that guy. 7 tackles apiece for both of those fellows, which I'm pretty sure I've probably missed a tackle or 2 on the inside there. But, man, a wonderful win here tonight at County Stadium. You know, you talk about the history of Roane County and where we tried to get this program, and it's something that we all kind of set out to do 12 years ago, 10 years ago, and we're seeing what happens when people buy into what we're trying to do here, and just proud of those guys.
Congratulations to Skylar Delk, Brandon Richardson, and who was it, Colton Paxton?
Colton Paxton.
Our Willard C. Starcher Auto Parts Player of the Game Award winners. Roane County 8-0. Our next sports broadcast will turn around Saturday evening, and I'll be heading over to the Waco Center for some volleyball action. LKC Night of Champions, Roane County in that. Tell you more about it later on in the weekend. We'll be back next Wednesday for Roane County, the Raider Review. We'll have Coach Paul Burdett in studio talking about this big win and suggesting our next one. Next Friday night, Roane County hosting Ravenswood. 26-6 your final here tonight. We appreciate everyone joining us on WVRC 104.7 FM, WVRCFM.com, and of course on our YouTube live stream. For our entire broadcast crew, George Allen, our studio technician back at WVRC Control, Katie Nutter, our camera person, Matt White, my statistician, Joe McDonald with A&M Digital Technologies providing the graphics, the instant replays, and the scoreboard. Our good buddy Taven with us here in the booth as well. John Penna, my color commentator. For all of us here at WVRC, I'm Andrew Miller. Have a wonderful night, everyone.